We are live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to KARMINIA in Chaos, the Reliquary Towers Dungeons & Dragons show. I am, like always, Carter, and will be your Dungeon Master for this evening. A lot of things have happened, but not too much in the last episode. Most of it was actually debating over maps. Over an hour of map debate. Yeah, that was interesting. But besides that, after some quick missions in the town of Rogue's Passage, our party has banded together and decided to move on to one of their own personal goals. On the mission and request of our fighter, Jorn Cinderheart, the party is now making their way across continents in order to get to Avirion, a continent in which the warlord Valkergak is rumored to be around. And our lovely fighter is trying to kill him, just going to be straight about it. He wants him dead for various reasons. Joy, but probably because the people who ruined his life want him to. But that's beside the point. More specifically now about our last session recap, there was a lot of traveling after that map debate. The group headed to the fortress of Sterinphlaxis, home of the Crimson Serpent, a mercenary guild that is highly prominent in the world of KARMINIA. Some deep conversations were had, some less deep conversations were had that were cut off by more stream issues. So nice that we can be at least consistent about having issues with streams. But besides that, there were a few troubles along their journey, but have now made their way across the floating islands to the front face of Sterinphlaxis. The large, mountain-esque spire of stone, matching the ground of the southern neutral territories in front of you, with a band of black, dark metal walls around it, and a red castle coming off the top of this stone-like mountain on the ground. Various banners, red banners with a silver Ouroboros with two swords crossed behind it, fly in the air as you all look down upon it. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves again, or just like to get right into roleplay?
Oh man, I'm thirsty.
Hi.
Man, did your voice get deeper?
Ooh,
Oh.
That sounded almost majestic.
I don't know if you're talking to me or Marshall.
Probably you, Bradey.
I know, it's always
You,
been
Bradey.
Yeah, you have a very majestic voice.
like that.
Are we
Take
gonna
offense
hit,
to this!
Are we just all taking a fat sip?
Yeah.
Make sure you stay hydrated during this stream.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, I completely forgot. Last session, Fartug was unable to join us due to scheduling problems. So while all of you stand on a floating island that peers down above Sterinphlaxis, one of you realized that your backpack is moving around an awful lot. Just starting to get real uncomfortable, like something's struggling to get out.
Big
Can we roll a percentile? Can we roll a percentile to see whose backpack this is, please?
Yeah,
Just
sure.
roll.
Everybody roll. You know what? Just roll a percentile dice.
Jorn does not wear a backpack. He wears a sack.
I'm gonna think of a number between 1 and 100, and the
In your
closest
pocket.
person to it.
91.
23.
Hold on. Dice.
69.
Didn't we think that's where he was last time?
19.
What?
Last time at the beginning or after?
Brady,
the
I'm
map
pretty
or
sure
whatever?
you're proficient in goblin finding within your backpack.
19.
What?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody's numbers.
19.
23.
Zaccardi,
91.
Bradey.
9.
The number I picked. Wait, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, well the number I had picked was 67. So, Professor, you just feel in your bag this large flapping and kind of just
don't have a
movement,
bag, I have a
violent
book.
jerking information. You feel from inside your book a large flapping and slapping of legs and limbs.
What this does. Me trying to figure out what the book does for 2 days. Marshal. Hello.
Oh, that book or your packed book? I meant your packed book.
Okay, my packed book. Yes.
Do you take it out and open it?
Can you like delete the book or something?
Yes.
And
Well,
just
halfway
kill
through.
me?
Goodbye.
Technically, he has to spend an hour to do that, but yes, he could delete it.
Do you open your packed book?
Yeah, I opened my packed book. What the heck is what?
Oh, it's a pop-out book.
As you open your book, you see this dapperly dressed, hat-wearing goblin just slide out of the pages, just covered in purple goo.
When I see goblin.
I noticed nobody took me out of the book. You guys were bickering about a stupid map. I fell asleep within the professor's book. You guys, nobody woke me up.
You know, part of me for the scene, if I can just interject for a second here, wanted it just like cutting back to like the barbed coil, like the bar, and just like Fartug walking out of the washroom, like where'd everyone go?
No, I'm pretty sure the canon for this is at some point Fartug stepped on the professor's book, arm grasped him coming up from the pages, and then just pulled him in. At some point in their time at the Mermaid's Call, Fartug, you were thrust inside the professor's book and were trapped, suspended in what felt like a musky purple goo for a prolonged period of time. I believe about 3 days.
What was the book about, Brady?
Spells. It's just my.
This is his packed book.
Okay, good.
We were too enthralled with the map to realize that Fartug was missing.
Yep.
Do you want all that purple goo removed?
Remember, the
Remember.
party's split. It's me and Ariena. It's me and Ariena and Professor Jorn and Fartug are by themselves in the cave.
I thought we ended the stream with them having left and returned.
Yeah, I thought we.
Weren't
They left the. I thought they left the lava part.
Yeah, they left the lava cave.
We like
Yeah,
didn't
they
we
were-
like didn't like we wait out the storm then and then ventured
Yeah,
off
the
we-
storm was waited. The storm was waited out
Oh.
by the time you had returned.
And then we
My mistake.
made our way, and I believe the closing scene was us like on a ledge looking over Sterinphlaxis. You described it to
Yeah.
us.
Oh my gosh.
Ariena, where does this purple goo get disposed of? Like,
Back to the book.
do you just throw it in a river or something?
Pollution.
I'm not completely sure, to be honest. Never asked.
I kind of feel like this just goes in like another like DM's world of just like just dump all of the crap just into the another adventurers.
Getting it piled on with purple goo.
Great. Yeah, sure. I'll get that free bath.
Oh god, it's turning into the
Felix.
live action Cat in the Hat.
Oh,
Felix is writing in his book.
I'll
Do
use
not
press
put goblin
vegetation
in
and
book.
just remove all that mess.
Bleh.
bleh.
I accept his prestidigitation.
So then, Fartug, you feel yourself just be whisked away of all this viscous goo. It's like, have you ever been completely covered and caked in mud to the point where it kind of starts to harden around you and make like a candy coating?
No.
Okay, well I have. Maybe that's just me.
Okay.
So you had a very thick substance that had started to dry. So you were feeling kind of stiff. It's all just whisked off of you. Every ooze from every nook and cranny.
I stand further away from the professor.
Everything, every instance of goop on your body has now been turned into
No.
Should we get going down to? It's a city, right?
Yep.
It's a city
Technically,
or
it's a.
fortress?
It is both. It is, from what you would know about it, is Sterinphlaxis is a city for a mercenary and adventurers guild. So there is like city parts to it where the families of guild members would live. However, it is predominantly like designed and built to be a fortress to hold any enemy intruder.
It's a safe city.
Well, if it has walls, I know Ariena can get over them.
Should we just head down there then?
We should head down there as soon as possible. I do not want to get caught in another storm like that one.
You hear from over the mountain. No.
No.
Carter, be quiet.
Oh god.
Anyways, I lead them through whatever is needed. If we need to go through any more islands or anything, head down there.
Okay. You are all still suspended on the highest elevation of the islands. So you are able to rig together some ropes now, a little bit more stressed rope systems now that you have another member who's being tied into them, and you slowly grapple and make your way down towards ground level to where you come out to the much larger plains of this just harsh rock earth until you see probably maybe. It's very difficult to judge distance because you're dealing with a very flat plain with a very large object in the distance, though anywhere from like a 32-hour-long walk getting there. I assume you all slowly make your stride towards the fortress.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just check something real quick.
Oh no.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Surprise! They're not friendly. We didn't speak to that one operative in that one town who was going to give us that very specific ring that would make them not hostile.
She missed out on
Carter,
last time.
uh-oh. The DM is smiling. That's never a good sign. That's never
But no,
a good sign.
I was laughing at Martin.
I've been playing too much Dark Souls.
Tip for D&D. When the DM smiles, it's not good.
You all make your way towards the city silently and safely until you eventually reach about within 500 meters or so of it, until you see in the distance, kind of off the large dark gates, you see just wings slowly go as the flapping of wings just kind of comes overhead. Yeah, you didn't get any of the sound effects, did you?
No.
Well, they were top notch. They were top notch, I can assure you.
I imagine them.
Imagine the noises I am making to such great extent.
Let me just read your lips.
Yeah, come on. Read the onomatopoeia on my lips. Okay, you see these large bird-like forms take off from the gates, and you hear kind of a loud horn sound in the distance, and you hear voices begin to shout, and one kind of pierces through all of them, and you hear, "Who approaches the gate?"
We are travelers.
That doesn't answer his question.
Jorn looks up and he's like, "We seek passage."
It is I, Murtog Foglog. You may have heard of me.
Nobody.
20 seconds.
There, let's see. At least give him a name. So it doesn't have to be real. Like, we have, Witchcraft 2 and 1.
Just to clarify, you just used your real name, not your character's fake name?
Oh, shh.
Was that intentional, or did you want to swing?
Oh, no.
So
That's absolutely.
Jorn's
Okay.
right now looking at Fartug with astounding confusion.
Yep.
It's a fake name, you know?
Do I believe that?
I forget. Was your real name your business name in the past, or was your fake name also your business name?
I can't remember the consistency if I, like, with the old woman, I don't know if I said Fartug.
I'm pretty sure it was Fartug, so...
Okay. Well,
Do I
then...
believe that?
You're a
Wait,
strange man
why?
with many names.
Yeah, see, so that was the fake name, Murtog Foglog. I can't trust everybody around here.
Jordan's just gonna, like,
Do I believe that?
looking at this short goblin, just gonna be like, whatever.
Where do you seek passage to?
We seek to cross the sea to go to... Hold on.
Baldur's Gate.
Mossborough.
Goodbye.
That's where we want to go, Mossborough. Helping you out.
This continent specifically.
That will be Oblivion, but
Oberian. Yes.
I can speak.
We seek passage to cross the sea to Oberian.
And why have you come here, not to another port town?
This was the closest port.
Hold your position. You're being watched.
Joke.
Didn't one of you say you had a contact in the city?
I might.
It's a pretty poppin' city. Like, people come, people go. They die frequently. It's a complex place.
I remember we talked last stream. I've been there before, so I might have a contact, but I'm not sure if I do have a contact. I'll let Carter decide that.
You have been. I remember. I'm pretty sure I remember the context of the conversation, and you were asking if you knew somebody who would be able to hypothetically charter a ship to Isletale, which is the southernmost city of Birion. And I said that you would hypothetically know somebody in the city. They're not necessarily a contact, but you'd know that the city could perform this service. Or somebody could there.
Back.
Sorry, say again?
Static's back. On yours.
It was back literally all the time you weren't looking.
I don't know what it is. It might be my fan.
It's gone now, but...
It might be because my audio cut out. Who knows? Let's proceed.
Okay.
You stand there waiting for about 15, 20 or so minutes until you see these large, dark doors begin to open from the gates. And then you see and hear the galloping of horses or some large animal that people have begun to ride out towards you. As they get closer and closer, you begin to see these punched over, very agile-looking wolves with these silver and red furs that drape across them and these spines coming off their back. And on top of them, saddles with people wearing various straps of armor. As they come out and ride out to surround you, and one comes up to the front of you and says, "So you've come to charter passage, then?"
You are correct.
Have you been in our city before?
I have
Yes,
not.
I have.
Some have, some haven't. Then let me familiarize all of you with the rules. You cause problems, you're gone. You are civil, you get to stay. If you befoul any guild member, they are allowed to seek repercussions.
No worries, we don't plan to stay long.
Don't do any... Good. Don't do anything stupid. Welcome to Sterinphlaxis. You see him kind of snap the reins on the top of this large bestial wolf, and he kind of rides off back towards the city. The herd around you stampeding, kind of coming back with him. As you see, as they pass through the doors, they're going much quicker than you, so even if you were to kind of start walking directly after them, you see that the gates just kind of hold open for you still, as you also kind of stand there watching.
I turn to Fartug. Did you understand any of that?
Me just looking off in the distance. The what? Huh? What?
Jordan just gonna take his hand and just kind of give it a quick whop out the back of the head, like.
Okay, hold on. My AC is 14. I think I'd just die here. Like.
It's a non.
Crushes your skull.
It's non-lethal, so you would go unconscious. You wouldn't die if you did get to 0.
Partially crush your skull.
Yes.
Carter, do you
You do
want
not
me to
spot.
roll on that? Because I'm just role playing.
No. That's up to you. If it's just role playing, then
Yeah.
you're all fine to hit him in the back of the head. Like
You
you
dummy.
feel Jorn's heavy hand just come up behind you and just smack.
I'm writing this down as reasons to like kill Jorn in the future.
Reasons to-
Jordan's gonna like look down and speak at Murtog like what they said is keep your behavior up.
Yeah, whatever. All right, let's go.
That means no harassing people. Do you understand that?
Part of me
Don't want to be
wishes he was
caught
still
up
in
in
the
your
book.
bull crap.
Harassing is kind of a loose word.
Don't test me,
all
child.
right.
Let's get a move on. Jordan's kind of like wave over the party to move along.
Where are you? There you are.
As we walk, I'm just gonna drop a few cards on the ground.
I am writing in my book.
Just business cards or
Yeah, just
Okay.
go just like bread trails.
Just gotta do business.
How to
just
do what I
kind
gotta
of
do.
leaving the breadcrumbs of business cards as Jorn leads you all towards the open gate still. As you enter the basis of the city, you see this large... It's hard to describe. The city itself is built almost entirely on a vertical axis. So you see these buildings carved into the walls of this large mountainous spire that kind of naturally appears
fine.
coming up towards the ground. Yeah, Marshal?
Oh, I was just saying Owen to climb it. He's good at that. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the road itself is only maybe 20 feet wide that's been carved to spiral up around it. As you see, there's not a lot of traffic at this lowest level where the main gate is. However, many guards rush around kind of completing regular menial duties as they switch off watches and move about. The buildings all carved here into the wall just kind of sit silently, most of them either barrack dwellings or just general other guild utility halls.
Jordan's going to try to see, or is going to speak with Felix, and like, would you happen to know anything where the port would be?
Well, it's a big city. Right now we need to find where the what was his name? Do I know the guy? I know the guy that would be able to give us passage. Do I know his name?
Yes, his name would be Tobias.
Tobias?
Tobias.
Tobias, okay. We need to find someone named Tobias. He is the person that I've used to get passage through, well, out of this place to other places. Most likely down by the port, which should be... I know where the port is, but...
I will say that the city itself does not necessarily have a port. They just have access to ships that they moor somewhere else. The actual city itself is a little bit landlocked, so you'd come here to charter a ship, and then a part of the chartering agreement would be they'd take you to the port. Because the city is built vertically up this mountain, you'd pretty much just want to go to more of a civilian section where you could find his shop where he would charter.
I would know
ships.
where he is. I would know where he is, though.
Yes, you would know where his building is. Like in the general idea.
It should be, if I remember correctly, it should be this way. And I start walking into the direction of where it would be.
Jordan's gonna
Around.
around.
I guess we follow him.
Yeah, I thought it was that way.
It's this way.
I mean, I don't have
Generally, it's not too terrible to keep your bearings in Sterinphlaxis because it's kind of built around this singular mountainous structure, mountainous spire. You mainly only really move in two directions, either forwards or backwards, as you kind of climb the spire up the mountain. Occasionally, some larger carved-in areas will explore different other shops with city streets, where sometimes you find an alleyway that will actually take you up a ladder to get to the next level. and just finding a couple back road streets, you're able to make your way up through this spire. All the stones still sturdy, and the entire place reeking of just age and well-lived life. You eventually make your way up into an area with a little bit more civilian traffic, where you see there are a lot of more, not necessarily families, but individuals that have kind of been hired on, or in some rare cases, entirely family groups that kind of move about to more shopping areas where there are these large open bazaars with various booths selling different products from around the world. There you see different silks from across some of the more northern regions in Selfmore. You see metals brought in from... Gotta get my world information right when I'm adding flavor. From metals brought in from Cordenval, and a couple of more ruggish-looking fellows selling what looks to be plants from the Alfheim Isles. Moving about this place, you're able to move your way through the bazaar and marketplace in order to get to the actual wall of the spire, where there are more shops that have been carved in. You take a couple passages down till you come to this small, carved-out space where at the top just says Tobias's Charter.
Here we are.
The place is looking fairly run-downish, as if nobody comes by too frequently.
Not surprising.
Oh.
All right. I enter and see what's changed, basically.
Check for traps.
Come on, there could be a pet.
Oh, really? Make an investigation check, Fartug.
It's with my 10-foot pole.
Oh, with your 10-foot pole? Oh, yeah.
I'm going in first.
Fartug, you no longer have a 10-foot pole.
Oh.
You traded it to the old woman for her cane, which you, quote-unquote, were going to make into something magnificent.
Oh, I cry. All right. Somebody who's smarter, check for traps.
I'll check for traps.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The professor, you astutely walk up to this man's door, just kind of keep on...
I'm already inside.
Ear towards it. Felix just pushes past you, knocking you to the ground, stepping through the doorway.
That there's no traps.
I'll follow Felix in.
You really need to be more trusting. I'm on the talk.
Trust no one. But except me.
As you walk through the door into this carved building, you come to a very small space where there are a couple chairs in the room for like a waiting area. There's a desk with a bell on it, and the entire area kind of smells of mildew from the few cloths that he's used as curtains. You see various maps posted to the wall with different kind of pins and strings showing the different routes that he's taken across the world. There is no one here at the moment when you walk through the door.
I ring the bell.
Walking up, you kind of slam your hand down.
I stand back.
Bell's a trap.
Tobias, you're here!
When you go to ring the bell, you actually don't hear anything, and then you notice a note that's been left underneath the bell that says, "Bell not bell broken. Knock really loudly."
Carter, can I cast Mending on the bell?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, easy enough. You cast Mending on the bell. You hear a couple metallic scrapes and clicks as you hear the metal kind of fuse where it's been cracked. And the bell has been fixed.
I don't want to use that spell. Damn it. Wait, prestidigitation. Correct me if I'm wrong. That can create a sound.
Yes.
The bell's fixed.
Owen, you slam the now newly fixed bell, and you hear just kind of stumbling coming down the stairs as you see this older human bald gentleman with bifocals and this goatee, grayed goatee, kind of stumble down wearing a sailor's hat. Just stumble through the door and just go, "That bell has not worked in a very long time." The gentleman is a little bit more portly. He's got a little bit of a stomach to him.
I get it.
And
is this Tobias?
Portly. Yes, you recognize this gentleman as Tobias. He walks up to the door and goes, "I don't know how you fixed the bell." He just kind of burps into his hand and looks at you and goes, "But thank you. What can I do for all of you?"
Jordan's gonna look at. Jordan's gonna kind of look at
take
Felix.
a shower.
Magic item.
As he gets close enough to you and like you just feel his breath and smell it kind of cast over
I'm
you.
wearing my mask, thank God.
For those of you who aren't masks, it smells like he has consumed an entire distillery. Like you're fairly certain if he burped and you held up a lighter, the building would explode.
That's a trap. I told
Talk
you.
of it, Sterinphlaxis.
It's fine.
Can I just like,
Hello there.
Carter, can I
Old
just like
friend.
turn around, pull out my book, and just slowly cast prestidigitation to make him smell a bit better?
Slowly cast prestidigitation. I'll make a small fire.
As you prestidigitation over top of him, and it kind of just like as the prestidigitation falls over, you kind of smell the toxic fumes faintly turn to a crisp mint toothpaste. As like you see his teeth were somewhat yellowed a little bit from age, have actually also turned a little bit whiter.
We keep going. I have
Well, it looks like you fixed up my appearance a little bit too.
Tobias, we need to talk about passage again.
Do I know you? You say my name like I should know you.
I
Oh, like this guy.
did you not remember the several times you've given me passage around these countries, these continents?
Okay, I'm
Guys,
gonna be straight.
You've
I'm
been
gonna be
drinking
straight
again,
with you,
haven't you? You've been drinking again.
I'm very drunk right now. I could
No.
not tell you. I could not
dear.
distinguish my own mother in a crowd.
Very well. Please forgive me. I did not realize you were this drunk.
Carter, can I use
Yeah.
lesser restoration to remove the poison condition from him?
Ariena, the fixer of problems.
Yep. You cast lesser restoration, just kind of lifts himself. You see that his rosed cheeks and his slightly redder nose from his inebriation kind of fade and become a little bit more of a flesh pigment.
Yeah,
And he kind of shakes his head and goes, "Okay, I'm not drunk anymore, which is probably good for you. I have no idea what's going on.
I immediately turn to Ariena or the professor, like both of them, like the fuck, the frick.
After all this interaction, you have to say, like, once we exit that door, we turn onto a very filthy-looking street. And that'll be the session.
Okay.
I start cleaning up the place while he talks.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Just sorting everything. And...
Just watching his eyes like, oh, what are you doing?
Okay. Felix,
Yes,
I'm sorry.
It's
Oh,
calm
okay.
down.
What
Take a
what's
breath.
going on?
We need passage, my friend.
Okay, where?
Well, we need to get to
Sterinphlaxis. Sterinphlaxis, Oberian.
What? Do you not remember the 30 names of places I told you last session?
We should whip it the
Okay, I'm trying to do my character's voice. I'm trying to do my character's voice. I'm trying to pronounce Oblivion. Oh my god.
This is where on stream I'm just gonna whip out the map again, the accursed map.
We are trying to get to Mossborough in Oblivion. We need passage there. Do you think we can arrange some with you?
Yes. There is a slight problem.
Of course there is. What is it this time?
My ship's been impounded.
You... Okay.
Now you wonder how they could ship the boot.
How?
You cut off the sails.
Why? How and why did you get your ship impounded?
Okay, well, it's less impounded and more I was in a tavern, and I may have vomited on an officer of the guild, and as recompense, he requisitioned my ship, and it was taken from me.
Worth it.
Is there a price to get your ship out?
Well, it's the price is more metaphorical or not. He wanted an apology, and you know Tobias does not apologize to anybody.
I very much know. I very much know.
Who has, like, impersonation skills?
What do you mean, like persuasion? Or deception?
No. Well,
Like disguise self, I think.
yeah. We could disguise self. Come in, talk to them, and be like, sorry. And then they give us the boat.
So we're going to talking in front of this guy, how we're going to impersonate him? Because I wonder how we're sharing this information if we tell him.
Come on, you have all the spells. Come on, figure it out.
I create a telepathical room call for everybody.
There you
Whoa.
go.
I mute Bradey.
I deafen Marshal.
Oh.
You're disconnected.
No. The professor is admin here. Inside joke.
Not even an inside joke. It's just Discord call room banter.
Yeah. It is.
Tobias, I have a question.
Yeah.
What were you doing at the bar, other than drinking? Because I know you do that every bloody day. What were you doing at the bar with an officer in order for you to...
I don't remember. I blacked out like 5 minutes after he demanded the ship. It's...
Of course you did. We really need to talk about your drinking problem.
It's not a problem if you have it under control.
This does not sound like you have it under control, though. It sounds very much like you have a problem because you don't have it under control.
I just removed my drunkenness with the snap of my fingers, so I clearly have it under control. I have no idea what they're talking about. Come on, Felix. How long have you known her? How long have you known her? You've known me longer. Come on, you should trust me. I removed my own drunkenness. Completely under control.
You remove it by sleeping in bed with, I dare say, many women.
Jorn's going to cut in here and pull and he's going to be like, sir, okay, I know exactly what you did there, and the thing is, what you just did there, you may not be drunk ever again. I know the trick.
I'm sorry, what? Please elaborate.
The trick you did there. I'm noticing it's an old drinking thing that did at pals, where they kind of just snapped themselves sober, but eventually they could just never get drunk again. They would have kept drinking, and they would never get drunk. It would mean nothing. It would be just bitter beverages to them. Now, I know one of them is that the cure was they have to do a kind deed. And that was what helped them. It got them snapped into it.
Oh, I see what he's doing here.
Make a deception check.
Please, Martin.
Please. I have a +0 in deception. I have a +0 in deception.
I have a +0. I have a +5.
Well, this man is not particularly, insightful, so... God forbid.
Hey, in the voice, Jorn's gonna, prompt, hey, maybe a bit of inspiration, ?
Well, sure, I'll give you bardic inspiration.
How much is
What do you
Sure,
do?
I'll allow it.
I will cast guidance.
D8?
right?
I'll cast Guidance, giving you a D4 as well.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it since Ariena was the one who actually removed the drunkenness. And Fartug, you're both cleaning, so you're clearly getting on this man's good side.
Now, my base roll was 4, but now for the 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, he rolled a natural 19, but got -2.
Yeah, that's still okay. Ouch.
Sir, you might have been able to see through my deception, but I don't believe that one bit. Okay, fine. I can't snap my drunkenness out of me. Okay.
Well,
I don't think anybody can. That's kind of the point. It's fun to be that way.
okay. You may have gotten me there, but how do you think you got snapped out of it?
Oh no. It's a magical world. I'm sure somebody here's got something up the belt.
See, I do know. Our little magic spellcasting friend, they fixed your bell. They cleaned you up a little bit. They stopped you from...
And I didn't ask for any of it.
I don't expect anything.
Well, bye.
Well, thing is, you said you're not going to apologize to this officer.
I didn't say that I wasn't going to apologize to the officer. I said Tobias doesn't apologize to anyone.
Well then...
It is true.
You know, in that case, I'm sure you don't need to be drunk anymore. You're not going anywhere without that ship.
That is also true.
You don't need to intimidate him.
So-
we can just go steal it.
Yeah, Owen's kind of right.
Hold the second. Did you just say you want to steal his ship from an Imperial impound?
Yeah, we said no nonsense. Come on, Ariena. Now you're the nonsense person.
Nonsense.
Why is the child making the most sense here?
Yes, the green child.
As a level 12 green goblin, I feel that this is not beneficial to our party.
Yeah, Jorn kind of looks like thinks to Ariena like man, that's actually kind of chaotic even for your standards.
There's a breaking point for all goblins.
I don't think
Tobias.
hands fit to.
Oh dear Tobias. Is there any way that we can
Hi, now,
fix your
interjection, I am a terrific captain. The
I
only
don't
reason
know that.
I'm drunk on land is because it makes me feel like I'm at sea.
I mean, he's got a point.
How many shelves have you gone through today?
Houses.
Oh, when did we start counting in shelves? I think I'm at 1.5. It's like about noon to 1.
How many have you had today? 1. Okay, 1 bottle, one shelf. It's only 9 a.m. Yes. And I'm not done.
We really and piloting a boat. Maybe if I pilot, but you're in no condition. Even sober.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think this man's an incompetent captain.
Just a second. Just a second. Ariena, do me a favor and just make a general charisma check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not not 1.
Okay.
It's not negative though.
Nothing changes in the room. Nothing happens. He
Pitfall.
just kind of sits there staring at you.
So Tobias, you won't
I'm good on the
apologize
sea, I'm drunk on land. That's the deal I made.
with whom?
Everyone. Life.
Very well. Yes, and I'm very aware you're good on sea. Now, the only question I have right now is, how are we going to get to our destination without your ship? You're the only one I know, and I really don't want to go to another... how do I say? Your competition. Yes, that's what I'm looking for.
I mean,
Always swim.
I know where they're more.
You be quiet, child.
I mean, I know where they moor the boats, so we could always just kind of go there and sail off.
So, hold up. Let me get this straight. You are willing to leave this place entirely. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying we just go jump on a boat, I sail you off, then I come back. There, he won't notice it's good.
That is an option.
Sailing boat by yourself?
Absolutely.
You are under the assumption, Ariena, that you are not going to help. A boat cannot be manned by one person.
Make a insight check.
Undercover Imperial Guard. You are all under arrest.
Who's making an insight check, just to be clear?
The one with -2 insight.
No, the one with +3 in insight. 14.
14? Regardless of whether what he says is true or not,
he seems to believe
he believes that.
What did he believe? Sorry.
Whoa.
I missed that for a second.
That he can sail this boat on his own.
The reason I mentioned that, Felix, is he said he was going to sail back himself. But he's going to find someone else in a short amount of time, and it doesn't seem like the person who'd be willing to wait for that.
We do need also a trip back for when we're done here. I do need to bring evidence back to Vassenrai.
Well, we can get another port.
That is true.
It's what I do all
Are
the
we
time.
talking round trips? Or are you making a transfer?
We just gotta get.
What are you willing to do is the question. Do you want a ship that is not yours?
I've already said that I'll just hop on my ship and I'll sail off. He's not gonna notice.
Very well.
It's gonna be like...
He's gonna notice.
Give us a second.
I
turn to the group. Okay. So we can either get another passage to Vassenrai, or he can take us 2 ways. This might be a little more expensive, but that is the option.
Pretty sure he said that he's pretty much just going to steal that boat, and he suggested that.
There's my ship. Why should he have it?
Less than agreeable.
And there's your answer. So, what do you want?
Oh, if we're talking charter, then let's take a look at my contract. Oh. You see, he kind of just, like, ruffles his shoulders and he starts filing through the few, like, actual containers he has for actual filing, and he pulls out a couple of pieces of paper and he goes, so what are we talking? We're talking here to Iberian, and then from Iberian to Vassenrai, or where are we going in particular?
That will be the voyage, if they did choose to do that. Alternatively, it'll be a one passage. It'll just be from here to Vassenrai. Or not Vassenrai, Oblivion.
Okay, so here to the nearest point of Iberian is not... It's a fairly common charter, so it's not entirely expensive. It'll probably be... Okay, I see my confidence has wavered some of your opinions of me, so I'll at least give you a little bit of the friends and family discount. Let's say 100 gold pieces for a private charter there.
We need to take that round trip, as from what I know of Ariena, it won't be easy to find a ship back.
True, especially with Jorn.
Are we talking going there and back, or there and then to Iberian? Because to Vassenrai after Iberian. Because frankly, there's no ship that's going to get you from Iberian to Vassenrai.
And you're sure on that?
Unless you know a good smuggler.
Marshal.
I can probably.
I'll get you there.
I think he's our best option.
Yes, Bradey.
All right, Tobias. What is the price? What is the price for a round trip for us from here to Oblivion, then from there to Vassenrai after we complete our little voyage?
Got 5 copper.
Are you going to stay in Vassenrai, or are you going to get me to sail from Vassenrai back to here as well?
We will, at the moment, we will stay in Vassenrai, and I'm pretty sure we will be able to find voyage a lot better there. And I kind of like motion my head over to Jorn, because we have some, per se, contacts there. A lot better contacts than we would have in Oblivion.
I'd say.
He kind of looks at you, then looks at Jorn, looks at Ariena, looks at Fartug, who's presumably dusting a shelf.
Carter, I'm still cleaning, by the way. I'm just.
Oh yeah, okay.
Come on.
Achoo!
Okay.
Completely ignores the professor.
I'm just standing there. I'm just reading my book, like, whatever.
He looks at you, Felix, and goes, "A Baron to Vassenrai, you know that's a difficult charter. Let's say 300 gold pieces to do all the sailing."
350, final offer.
350, absolutely. 350 gold pieces.
That's when Jorn just takes his hand out and proceeds to whop.
Do I have cloth?
Head, just this time.
Do I have
I thought I
cloth?
was making a good deal.
He said at 350 gold pieces.
Jorn's gonna look at the party.
Give me a sec, Tobias. Jorn, do you have a piece of cloth on you?
Do I?
I run away.
I think Fartug knows where this is going.
Yeah,
I don't.
just gonna quietly step out of the room.
Jorn's kind of
You just drop the feather dust.
Jorn's kind of whip up, roll up his coat sleeve and revealing a shirt from underneath, and is just going to tear that off and toss it to Felix.
I go over to Fartug with it balled up in my hand and a piece of rope.
When you walk up to Fartug, he is actively leaving the building. You did say you stepped out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Fartug is leaving the building.
Just drop the extra 50.
Jean, can I keep this for a rainy day? And I use quotations for that.
Jorn's gonna be be my guest.
Perfect. All right. 325 gold pieces.
Okay, fine.
Do we have a deal?
I think he's worth more than 300.
I don't have to.
Are you walking back in to say that?
No.
Jorn personally, Jorn's gonna point out I do not have a lot of gold on me right now. Well, how much do the rest of you have?
0.
Literally none.
170 at least.
Jorn's going to how much would this be worth to you? Jordan's kind of gonna reach into his bag, and what do I have here? And is going to place down some the small bag of paprika.
How much gold worth of paprika was that?
I'm not saying it. It says it's 93 gold pieces, but I want to know how much it's so worth to him. I don't say that out loud.
Ooh. 4.
I have rolled this die 3 times this game. It has come up 19 every single time.
It must be weighted.
I think you have a
So I'm gonna roll with a different die to be fair.
The dice gods have spoken.
19 gold.
19 gold.
That is technically not a 19.
Natural 20?
No, it's an 18. That, my friend, is some mighty fine paprika. Maybe, I want to say 95 gold pieces worth.
Oh,
Hey, extra 2 gold. Very nice.
I'm not.
95
I'm not
gold.
using it for anything. So
Wait.
I'll. Oh,
95 gold pieces, right?
Yep.
This is me out of character, just so you know.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I have 270 gold pieces. Technically, I have 27 platinum pieces. So, if Jorn gives part of that paprika, so about 30 gold pieces worth, we would have a deal. No, not 30. It would be math. That would be not 30. 55 gold pieces worth of paprika to him.
55, you say?
55 because, correct me if I'm wrong, 270 plus 55 is 350, correct? Or 325, correct?
You said 27? Yeah.
270, yep. Because I have 27 platinum pieces, that translated to gold is 275.
270.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. So you would have enough if you gave a portion of the paprika or a portion of the gold.
So I'll give 55. I'll give 55.
All of my
I
platinum.
will say though, I'm gonna have to find somebody else to buy that paprika. So if we're using non-traditional forms of currency, the price is gonna be higher.
Don't give me that. You know my prices.
That takes time to sell. That takes
Felix.
effort to complete.
And my gems do not.
Oh,
That's not my problem.
Felix,
Fair, but you have. If I owe you, if you owe me a favor, it's different.
Jorn's gonna pitch in fine. All the paprika and the gold Felix is offering.
Not gold, platinum. I'm just converting it to gold because it's easier to calculate.
Yes.
That's the deal, my friend.
Jorn's gonna hand him the satchel of paprika.
Oh, I should have done that.
He licks his finger, dips it in it, and then tastes the paprika.
what?
Oh. Delicious. Okay. When do you want to be going?
As soon as possible.
What if you just said no and wasted your paprika? Now somebody's just destroyed your paprika. Okay.
So we want to be leaving now, then.
As soon as you are able to leave, we are able to leave. We want to get as soon as possible, so that would be a good time. However, if you can't go now, we understand you have business to deal with.
I will meet you by the front gates in about, let's say, 3 hours. And we'll be
Deal.
on the sea before nightfall.
Shopping episode.
Very well.
The finale.
I extend my right hand to shake his.
He
We have a deal,
extends
then.
his and grabs it and then shakes it vigorously. What's that, man? Then see you in 3 hours.
Roll for concentration.
Very well. Where is that child?
Fartug, did you go anywhere after leaving the building, or are you just waiting outside?
I'm just waiting. I'm just like ear to the door, just like.
Got it.
I vigorously open that door, like slamming it open. Like, where is?
Fartug, make a perception check before he gets to the door.
He's gonna open it. I'm gonna be like stuck to the door, and he's like, "Where is he?"
I blast open the door.
Classic cartoon where he's stuck to the door and he gets slammed into the sandwich between the door.
Do you want to make a perception check to see if you hear them coming?
Sure. Why not?
I guess nobody's
Plus
behind
two.
the door. I guess I'll
5.
just blast it open.
Okay. Yeah, you don't hear them coming. The door bursts open, and Fartug, how do you want to fall apart?
I want to
Why do
be
you wanna
the
go
sandwich
splat?
between the door and the wall.
Okay, so Felix, you burst open the door to look to see where Fartug is, and you see nobody in this.
Do I feel the
alleyway.
offhandedness of the door? Like the like it's not like fully like opened.
The doorknob.
You haven't been here in a long time. I'd say you probably aren't familiar enough with this passageway in order to like feel that off of instinct.
Investigation roll. Everybody.
Oh, this door's kind of weird.
I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna step out of the doorway so that they can leave. But then I'm gonna be like looking at my bag. I'm like,
Is he in my book?
He probably got arrested for
Is he in the
trying to extort someone he shouldn't have.
because I'm deciding on what I need for this voyage.
You notice how all the trailer, like all the business cards, are all on the ground in one pile.
Wait, hold on a minute. Your business cards are in front of the door? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They're just like under
They're
the door.
all just like.
Can I, Carter, at that point, can I decipher that he's behind the door?
Yeah, you see
If
a trail
all
of
of-
business cards leading to behind the door. Yeah, you see it enough.
I kind of like peer behind the door. Hello, child.
Wait, the Home Alone.
I'm gonna grab him by his collar,
Jorn's gonna like.
and I'm
hold on.
going.
Jorn's gonna kind of like hold on a minute. We might need a spatula if we're gonna do this safely. We don't want to take any skin off.
Do you think I care? I kind of like push him. I push him against. I push Fartug specifically against the wall.
Ow. My rib cage.
Kill him.
No, like your back is against the wall.
Oh.
Like he pulls you out from the door and then presses you against the wall.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Are you interested about your boat's extended warranty?
I have a quick question for you, child.
Businessman at heart.
How good was your so-called business?
Oh.
Okay, I'm grabbing your shirt collar, so I'm like grabbing like this. Not you choking you, I'm grabbing you like this and I'm pushing against, I'd probably be pushing like right here.
It's a
Fartug's a
great
theatrics
success.
man.
I'm not choking you, there is a difference. This ain't no kinky shiz.
That's a great, great. It's a great success. Okay, look, I gotta make my
Can I
money.
roll insight on that? Insight on that?
Amazing success. Hundreds of thousands of copper was made.
Or do we believe this? Any of this?
Make an insight check.
Hundreds of
One.
thousands.
22.
However, I will say you have seen multiple people recognize him just like that, just from supposed his business.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
What was
Well,
the
I think-
insight check?
22.
7.
22?
7.
To my knowledge, it's correct. But Fartug, do you know how much money you made in the heyday of your business?
Currently the most money I've ever made was in this adventure, like being a part of this group. I have
No. I'm talking about your backstory.
Oh,
how much
okay.
money you
I
made
think
as a
it was-
businessman.
I think it was like something really big, like negative
I was gonna say, 'cause-
1, 2, 3, something really grand, a big number.
I mean,
For the most part, he seemed-
negative 10,000 is technically a very big, small number.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with negative 1,000. Go with negative 1,000 gold.
So you lost money during your business, just to clarify? Okay, yeah, no, he's lying to you.
Okay.
His business did not do well.
You don't know how to make a sale. You don't know how to bargain.
We just made a sale. See, great.
You increased the price. The buyer is supposed to increase the price. The seller... No, let me rephrase that. The buyer is supposed to decrease the price. You. The seller, him, is supposed to increase the price, and you'll go back and forth from that.
I build confidence. The customer.
The next person and I kind of like motion to the group, that we try and discuss with, will put this cloth in your mouth and tie it with a rope, making sure you do not talk. Do I make myself clear?
Well, I mean, you're not very transparent, but
I push him harder against the wall. Do I make myself clear? I'm not sure if this is intimidation yet.
Yes, whatever.
Whether you make a roll is up to whether Marshal as a character wants to accept it or whether he wants to contest it.
I'll accept it, but like, you can physically see that I'm like not into it. I'm like, yep,
Yeah,
that all makes sense.
Jorn would be worried.
I let go of Fartuck and like, be gone with you, and I walk away.
How much fall damage am I taking here?
No, you are like at least an inch off the ground. You are like not taking any fall damage.
Yeah, but
Like,
I'm
maybe
not that tall.
Half a foot. It takes what, 10 feet to take? It's what?
Yes.
D.
I think it was 10 feet to
D6
take
per 10 feet?
1d6. 1d6 per 10 feet.
So that's
Half a
D6 divided by 24. Then would be the amount of damage you
We're
take.
rounding up.
No.
4.
Okay, so you take like 0.5 of a damage.
So technically not at 37 health now. I'm at 36 point.
You take
9.
1/16 of a health.
Thank you.
You take 0.00001%.
Medic, I need cure wounds. Medic, please help. I'm dying.
Someone. Heal.
Hell, I cast Healing Word on him.
Yay! I'm full health.
Congratulations.
Good healer.
Okay,
So we're
so
ready to go.
he's said that he'll meet you at the front gates in about 3 hours' time. Is there anything anybody needs to take care of or wants to do in the city while they're here?
I'm nearly broke, so no. Jordan's kind of just gonna walk around, do sightseeing, then make his way to the gate.
I'd
Okay.
like to count all my money.
Okay, you count all your money. How much money do you have?
434 gold.
What
Cool.
What?
He wasn't here for the shopping episode.
No, he was here for the shopping episode.
He was. He wasn't here for the traveling episode.
Right, he was here. It's just the only thing that he traded for.
Carter, I'm just gonna
Someone's gonna die.
read my couple of non-special books.
Okay.
Introduction
Yeah,
to Arcane something. I don't remember.
yes, you have some books. You read some of them. Are you trying to learn spells in that time, or are you just...
Yeah.
Because I know you did have a book with a spell in it. Did you want to
Yes.
learn a spell?
Squish goblin.
I'll take jump.
Okay.
I'm going.
You learn
I'm
jump.
You already know how to climb. What do you jump
You
for?
you did already purchase the materials required to learn spells, yes?
Yes, not for this one though.
Okay.
As I'm walking away from Fartuck, I'm probably going to pull out my book as I head to the front gate, and I'm going to start writing in it again.
Aren't you out of room in the book?
It's a very large book.
I haven't even gotten to half of 4 pages. This is this book. I still have all of these to do.
Room to grow, eh?
Room to grow for you, maybe.
Professor, anything you want to do?
I just follow them and shake my head.
Okay.
Zoned out.
Just like
Just-
frickin'
Everyone just
idiot over
feeling
here
their very...
counting
How much money
You-
do you have, Brady? Are you
money. Not as much.
rolling in it?
I'm.
Okay, I can learn this spell. Good.
I
do
have
enough money.
385 gold.
I have 27.
Me and Brady just sitting here like we're broke. We can't spend any money. We got 0
Carter.
gold. We can't do it.
Okay.
Carter,
Yes.
the gate that we're going to meet Tobias at, is there a stable there?
Sorry, for a second there, I thought you said if you asked if there was a Staples there. I'm thinking like you need office supplies. Like,
April.
Stable
There-
as in like horses and like
Like the
mounts.
Yeah. There would be stables of some sort, but there would not be it would not be civilian stables. Most people
Okay.
who live in Sterinphlaxis come here and stay for pretty much their entire lives because it is safe from the rest of the neutral territories. You yourselves in the last episode saw how dangerous it can be just on a regular day. So most people come here, stay, and then they have no need for mounts. The only people who do need mounts is the mercenary guild members.
I would like to ask if the people that run the stables, I'm not sure if it's military, like the guards or guilds, but I'd like to ask if I could like let my horse at least go around and like be free for a little bit for the 3 hours that we have.
Oh yeah, absolutely, that's doable. Are you doing this like far in advance, or are you guys ready to cut?
I'm literally as we leave Tobias's thing, and after the talk with Fartug,
Yeah.
I'm literally going to the gate and I'm waiting. I have
Okay, got
nothing
it.
to do.
Got it.
So
Okay.
while that's why I asked if it was near there, so I could at least like let my horse run around. When I call him back, he goes into the shadow, and then we could leave. That's
Absolutely. Jorn, as
Thank
you
you.
wander through Sterinphlaxis, give me a perception check.
Oh no, I'm about to get real gassy, aren't I? Where to put my D20? Perception check. Oh, I can write. Just a general perception check, you said?
Yeah, perception. Oh.
6.
Technically succeeds.
Okay.
Yes.
I rolled very poorly. It turns out this dice does not just give me 19s like the other one. Jorn, as you're walking through one of the streets in one of the more militarized sections, you're seeing barracks and you're seeing various barracks with people wearing these thick red metallic armor with helmets that have these dark black and white crowns around them. Occasionally you see people wearing these completely blank masks with this light hide armor with multiple blades carrying them, and others wearing almost not like a backpack, but like a crate on their back that also has this flag that kind of comes out and is held between with this strange patternized, almost arcane-like rune flag on the back of them. As you were walking through this barracks, you bump into somebody as they slam into their shoulder, and you feel like a hard hit of metal as their arm hits you, and they keep walking. As you turn around, you do see poking out from the side of their hood these two dark elf ears as this person rushes past you.
Jorn's kind of like look, and they're like just continuing rushing along.
Yeah, they're going very quickly in an opposite direction.
Jorn's kind of like stay close to maybe like the buildings and kind of like casually walking behind them, like not like about 10, 15 feet away. It's like a public area, right? Like a crowded area. Jorn's also going to make sure that like his foot, like he has a wide brimmed hat, is going to like keep his like ears and like face cloaked.
Okay. Do me a favor and make a stealth check now.
Stealth. 9. I'm going to use a different dice.
Okay. As you are following this person, you notice that even though they're moving rather quickly than briskly, their pace suddenly does begin to accelerate drastically. And then you see they make a couple of weird turns into the intersections of the city, not just staying on the outer trail that spirals around the pillar, but moving into the mountain and kind of going down some of the dodgier alleyways between shops and that have been carved out. And as you try and keep pace with them, you begin to realize that they've noticed you and they're trying to shake you now.
Jorn is... Can I do like a perception check to try to predict which direction they're going to go ahead of time, and then like just turn off at what would go the similar direction?
I'd say you're like to try and get ahead of them and cut them off.
In a way, yes, but also like so it's like throws off the illusion that I'm like right at their heels or anything like that.
Okay, so you're not trying to intersect with them now. You're just trying to take a small detour to make them relax, so they think that they lost you.
Yeah, it's like they're going up this path when I'm just like next one like column over or something. I'm walking like right next to them effectively.
Are you proficient in stealth?
I am not, but I do have a +3 in stealth.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what role this would be, because it's not necessarily a physical action. It's more of trying to make an intellectual like guess. Investigation is one of my bets, but I'm thinking because he's trying to infer what this person is going to do, it's probably going to be insight.
Would that also fall under like survival? Because I'm trying to guess like as much of like I think an animal. It's sort of like I'm trying to predict their nature and what they're going to do. I will give you survival because you are essentially tracking someone. Yeah, and I do have proficiency in survival too.
Yeah. Originally, what I was going to say is that you make an intelligence roll, but you add proficiency bonus if you're proficient in stealth, because you're doing an intellectual activity about espionage and like sneaking around. But survival is just so much easier for me.
11.
11?
And now, note this, like the result of this is like determining what I'm going to do next.
Yes. As you follow them and they're moving erratically, you try and make a couple guesses as you're following them, just as a trial run, and you notice whoever this is, they are very proficient in whatever type of action they're trying to take, in this type of evasive maneuver. You are not able to kind of figure out how they're actually moving. So if you tried to leave and retail them again, you could not guarantee that you would find them.
Given that this is a random stranger and Jorn very much knows himself, he's out of place there too, is going to take the chance and try to offshoot path anyways.
Okay. Make another survival check. No. This time you are actually doing the inferring. No. Do it survival again. Just one more, just to see whether you can actually perform this task.
That'll be a 21. 18 plus 3.
Okay, that's cocked. That's a nat 2. So you quickly take the path, move a path offwards. They keep moving and moving. You kind of just go back out to the large circular road, and then you keep following it down around this fire. About 5 to 10 minutes later, you see them reemerge ahead of you onto the main road. And now a little bit more convinced that they've lost you, they begin to just rejoin and try and meld with traffic.
And I still see where they are.
Yeah.
By the time they exit, how far would I be from them?
From the original place, you were moving very quickly, so you probably only traveled about 15 or so minutes in the opposite direction of where you just were.
I can imagine I took a lot more straight out if they were still like zigzagging about inside.
Yeah, like altogether, like the time that you've spent, you're about 15 minutes away from where you were.
Jordan's going to now just take another go. Now that they're in the crowd, is going to just try to meld in the crowd. He's going to try to very specifically not in the same direction they're going. Maybe go a little bit this way, a little bit that way. Oh, they're walking with this group of people, Assassin's Creed style.
Okay, got it. I'm not going to make you roll again just because we've kind of gone through that entire sequence now. How long do you tail them for?
Until they stop moving.
Okay, so it takes about 15 to 20 minutes of following. But you see them eventually take an alleyway down where they find what seems to be almost a grate in the ground that probably connects to either an under-city passage of either a sewer or a water tank, and they take the grate off, and you see them hop down into it and close the grate behind them.
Jordan's gonna kind of enter the alleyway. Can I do like a quick like perception check on what this alleyway kind of looks like?
This is in one of the moving around a lot through the pedestrian areas. You kind of move back into a guild area. So this is a very narrow alleyway with almost no space next to it. There's no lighting because it's not meant to be an alleyway for transport. It's kind of just about 10 feet into the pillar, dead end. There's a grate at the bottom.
Jordan's kind of going to look over it, and he's going to try to listen into like the grate, see if he can hear anything.
Make a perception check, just because there's going to be a lot of noise interference, and they're going to intentionally be keeping hushed voices.
19.
Very good. Natural 20.
Ooh, wow. Dang.
You wait a couple of minutes and you don't hear anything. Your best assumption is that they've probably moved further underground away from you.
Is there any clues on where this, because if it's like a sewer drain, it would go somewhere where like another entrance would be?
You're not too familiar with the city, but now looking inside of it, you see that it is in fact a sewer drain. There's probably entrances and exits everywhere in the city.
Jordan's gonna try to find the next nearest one.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you make an investigation check. You just move down a couple of alleys and find another one. Are you just gonna listen again?
Jordan's gonna listen again first, just for a little shorter amount of time, since he may feel he's running out of time.
I'm going to say that I'm just going to have you do a straight charisma check for this, just because that's the stat I use for just pure luck, because this is an interconnected drainage system that moves throughout the entire city. There's no way of you knowing which drain that they'd be closest to.
All right.
So
that's a 17 for charisma.
Okay, never mind. You hear coming through the grate the faint, hushed voices of a handful of people. You hear the first one say, "I don't know how we're supposed to get in. The entire city is a fortress built to defend this specific point. I could not tell you what's happening. What's even worse is they do not operate on a normal military function. They are mercenaries and adventurers, which means they're erratic, irrational, and spontaneous. We have no way of predicting how they're going to react." You hear another slightly older female voice come through as well, but
Jorn's
It doesn't
gonna, like,
matter what.
just as they're saying this, like, Jorn's gonna, like, whip out, like, just a sheet of paper, like a spare sheet of paper from, let's say, the travel notes, and is gonna start writing down their conversation.
Okay. You hear the other female voice, the more authoritative and slightly older one, say, "It does not matter, Almeris. This is our task. This is our job. This is why we are here. We need to figure out a way to get in there. Vantog, did you figure out if there's a way that the sewer connects to the vault?" Then you hear a much harsher male voice pipe up and just say, "It seems like they've built the city entirely around the vault, not intersecting with any of the major sewers. They may not have our prowess and expertise in design and engineering, but they most certainly are not stupid. If we do go through the sewer, then we're going to end up spending probably weeks tunneling." You hear the other voice of the unnamed, more authoritative female pipe back up and just go, "Damn it. Okay. We need to find out anything else we can. We need to split up again. We'll rendezvous back in another 3 days."
How is there an
Remember.
actual functioning group here?
As they do this, Jordan's just gonna, like, finish their exact conversation and is gonna quickly retreat from the sewer grate, and meld back into the crowd. He's gonna try to locate wherever, like, let's say the nearest, like, headquarters for whatever, security or, like, guards.
Yeah, you're in one of the less civilian areas, so there are barracks and there are mercenary and adventurer outpost stations everywhere along this street.
He's
entering almost any of them.
He's basically wanting to go to one of the major, like, guild ones, like.
Yeah, you step up to a military barracks. It's a very harsh, very reinforced outer building that's been painted red and has that same Ouroboros with the crossed swords sitting above the door. You walk up and knock on this heavy stone thing, and you hear it open, and you hear a slatch open as you see a pair of eyes appear in the door, and he goes, "What do you want?"
Jordan's gonna, like, "I've just picked up some information that might be of very use to you. It has something to pertain with whatever vault I've so heard from someone within the city."
Someone.
What information would this be?
"I believe someone's about to try to theft."
Have you located the individuals?
"I know, I was just overhearing them a little bit. They're in the sewers. They say they're going to use sewer drains. I took notes of their exact names and conversations right here."
You see the door open, and you see this large minotaur gentleman in full armor of this deep red with these black accents and spikes that come off the side of his armor. He has this large battle axe on his back, and he says, "May I have the paper?"
Jorn hands him the paper and says, "They were drow. They were talking. Let's just say I don't have the best opinions of my own kind, and I feel like they're preparing some dark deeds. They say they're going to
How long ago?
sewers."
How long ago did you say this happened?
"Just about now."
Okay. You hear him call back into the barracks. "Move out!" And you see this large group of about probably 10 to 15 soldiers all march out of the barracks and kind of just move into the alleyways and start making their way down into the sewers. You see all of these men men and women dressed in these thick armor plates of these red interlocking plates of metal. You see all with various weapons kind of enter the sewer. How long do you stick around?
Jordan's kind of going to look at them and just, like, "I would ask that we keep me out of this, and I didn't say anything." And he's going to start slowly stepping back.
Absolutely. Thank you for your generosity.
"Anytime." And Jordan's going to, like, sneak off away into the crowd.
Okay. Are you going to vanish entirely, or are you going to stick around?
He's just going to maybe just, like, find a spot next to a house and just see what happens for a moment before heading towards the gate.
I'm gonna have to do a couple of dice rolls, actually.
Battle in the sewer!
Go, go.
Oh, that was not good for them.
I just saw the
That's
opportunity
good.
to screw someone over, and if that was of my own kind, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, no, they definitely got it.
Martin,
Sorry,
I
what
don't
were you
think
saying?
You're screwing over the person you think you are.
Jorn is, let's just say,
He's
he'll
not
do
bright,
what he
I
needs
know,
to do,
but-
but he ain't necessarily fan of Vassenrai or other drow. And he knows if it's...
After about 10 minutes, you start to actually hear something you haven't heard in a very long time coming from anywhere other than yourself. You hear gunfire start to go off in the sewer.
Oh.
Then you hear the faint sounds of a skirmish, and then moments later you see a fewer number cut down to about 7 of the 15 soldiers that went in start dragging up these 3 drow women in thick armored cloaks that you are very familiar with from your time in Vassenrai. You also see an orcish male come up as well, wearing the same military garb. As they are pulled through the crowds, make a history check.
Ooh. Yeah,
One of these librarians.
8 minus 1, 7.
I'm not surprised.
You do not remember any of these people. Pardon?
He said he's not surprised. Go on.
Okay. You do not recognize any of these people individually, but you do definitely catch the symbol of Operation Forest Blight on some of their pieces of armor.
Forest Blight, that was the same operation as mine, right? Or was that his different?
Yes,
different one?
it's the same operation, but not the same squadron. So they're not members of your group, but they are under the same directive as you. And you see them kind of get pulled and rushed and dragged off into the crowd. You see the Minotaur eventually come up afterwards, his arm bleeding heavily. He kind of looks through the crowd and he kind of spots you waiting by the building. He walks over to you and says, "Thank you." And he kind of hands you a bag and then walks away.
Jordan takes the bag. What's in it?
There's about 100 gold pieces in there.
Epic. And that was Jordan, yeah. Alright, cool. I'm not as poor as I was before. In fact, I'm not doing
Okay.
bad.
Martin, can I be the bad news that you made a profit over the mission? You made a profit over the voyage.
Yeah, now you can give it to the guy to actually pay him.
We paid him off.
He got paid in paprika and love. And by love, I mean platinum.
Jordan's going to make his way to the gate.
To the gate, yeah. You all eventually, in your own time, make your way towards the gate. Felix would have been there first. I imagine counting his gold would have taken a prolonged period of time, so Bartug and the professor probably show up second to last. I think Ariena was learning a spell, so I'm going to say Jorn would have showed up first, because we all know books can be very enthralling.
I would be writing/reading in my book, just while I'm waiting at the gate.
As you all eventually make it there. Sorry.
Never mind.
Okay. As you all eventually make it there, 3 hours pass. Another half hour. Another 15 minutes. It is until 45 minutes after your agreed upon meeting time that you see Tobias finally mosey his way down the street towards you, coming around the main road.
Is he drunk?
No, he isn't drunk.
Get your lesser restoration spell ready.
Just late. He kind of now with a backpack over his shoulders, he looks at all of you and goes, "So are we ready to make off then?" Oh.
We've been ready 45 minutes ago.
Are you gonna be drunk while trying to
Approximately.
sail us?
Trust me,
My
he's
friend.
not drunk when he sails. He's not drunk when he sails.
I have told you before, I am not drunk when I say.
Not legally.
Okay, pause.
Don't drink in boats.
Pause.
Legal drinking.
When did he change his voice?
Oh shit, I can't remember his voice.
I start talking, he starts talking in a Russian accent. I'm like, wait, that's not his voice.
Before it was his
Surprise! They've
accent.
melded into the same. Whoa. I'm trying to remember his
He has
voice.
a
Oh my
different
god.
accent when he's drunk.
Yeah, but
When
he
he's sober.
stopped being drunk halfway through that.
He
It's like-
forgets his accent while he's drunk.
I don't
It-
know.
There it
Was
is.
it
That's
closer to
it.
this? Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It was like Australian.
It was kind of Australian. Okay.
Could I bite?
Let's make off then.
Whoa.
Oh. You all leave through the main gates of Sterinphlaxis, following behind Tobias. It takes an hour before you make your way across, almost directly west towards the actual strait where you can actually find the boats that have all been sitting there. You see a small. It's not even a hamlet. It is like 3 buildings assembled next to a port with a wall around them that has, you see several ships. There's a very small, very ratty looking, almost fisherman-like vessel that's covered with different nets and drapage. And then you see these much larger, much more spectacular, epic frigates and various ships of war that actually fly massive Crimson Serpent flags and have these beautiful silk embroidered sails. As you make your way there and you make it to the wall that surrounds this little encampment that watches their port, you see Tobias kind of knocks on the door. He kind of winks to the person who arrives and hands him a couple of gold pieces in order to let them in, and he passes you all through the gate. And then he goes, "Ah, isn't she a beauty?"
No.
He's looking at.
It's the much crappier, more almost fisherman-like vessel that's kind of draped in various nets, has tattered sails. On the back of this ship, you just see a placard that says "Sea Person." His ship is called the Sea Person.
How
Jorn
politically
is-
correct. I don't-
Jorn's gonna be
wedding.
like, well, I suppose you're gonna welcome us aboard?
Absolutely. Welcome to the Sea Person.
Jorn's
I
gonna-
might have been a wee bit drunk when I came up with the name.
Jorn's going to walk on board.
Water vessel.
I'm just gonna start using magic to just fix and clean whatever I can.
Oh yeah, no, the
I
thing is
cleaned the
encrusted
name. Owen
in
is
barnacles.
the maid.
Like, as you slowly just use magic, it just kind of scrapes everything off.
No, not
As-
the barnacles.
Okay, Marshall, your camera is frozen.
Yeah, I know.
Damn it, Bradey.
Yeah, it's been frozen for a
That's-
while.
Yeah, it's been like this for like 30 minutes.
You just
my phone died.
I find
Okay.
it so perfect how it's frozen though, so we're just not gonna
don't
mess up
disable your don't disable your
I
camera,
honestly-
otherwise it won't come back up. Just-
I noticed a while ago, but honestly, I just didn't want to break the immersion, so I
I
didn't say
just
anything.
noticed now he was laughing, and I was like, I didn't just see him laugh, did I? To his camera?
This is
Oh
my
my
character
God.
now. I'm just looking at everything. Just.
Hey Marshall,
Okay.
move your mouth if you don't want me to steal all your gold.
I'm kicking you from the
As you all step onto the Sea Person,
Can't get over that name.
what, Zaccardi? Do
That's
you
an
find
awful
something?
name.
Do you find something funny about a ship being named the Sea Person?
Yes.
As you board the sea person. I don't know.
No, you know, the first thing I think of is David Hasselhoff in that one SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
As you all board, Tobias kind of
Zaccardi, I
takes you
think you're
by.
muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Zaccardi.
God damn it. God
Okay,
fucking
now we
damn it.
can hear you. The profanity comes through.
Wow.
Of course, that comes through.
How could you, Zaccardi?
Tobias,
Okay.
have you gotten new sails? They look a little more repaired than last time.
Sales? Did somebody say sales?
Yes, they are.
Shoot him.
They are a little more repaired.
Don't
but,
say that word.
Let me
More
just
saying
take you up
sales.
here to the captain's seat for a moment. You see, he kind of takes the helm of the ship and he grabs it and he looks at you in the eyes, Felix, and goes, It occurs to me a little. I'm going full Sean Connery now. I cannot keep this voice down.
Do it. Just do it.
I know that I've never been quite the honest person, but the one thing that's gonna piss you off the most is every time we've sailed together and I've made you work, you haven't have to. And you see him kind of raise his hands, and you just see all the ropes of the ship just begin to pull and move without any assistance. You see the sails just kind of drop down and unfurl. You feel the jolt and tug as the anchor begins to pull off. And you just see this boat kind of magically, in almost a blink of an eye, just become ready for sail.
Wow.
You see he kind of grabs the captain's wheel by one hand and just goes, "It's time to make our journey, friend." And the ship slowly begins to pull away from port and enter the strait of the thick, murky, sediment-filled water of the neutral territories and sail out through the strait.
Just to clarify, we are on the ship, right? Like he's not.
You are on the ship. Yep, you're all on the ship.
We're all
Tobias,
just waving.
then
We're all just on the dock, like waving and like, wait a minute.
Wait.
Tobias, I have a quick question. When
Yeah.
did you learn magic?
Oh, I've always known.
Oh my
You
god.
little bugger! I
I can
will
also do
end you
this
for
too.
that.
And you just see him kind of raise his hand as he like kind of casts control water, and you just see a geysers of water kind of shoot up from around the ship, and then they kind of spray around in like an almost Las Vegas style water show. And he's just kind of like, "My ship knows how to make an exit and an entrance."
You guys ever heard of that one guy?
You little prick.
And that,
I
my
guess
dear
you-
children, is how I can sail a ship on the lonesome.
Clearly, I will get you back for this.
Oh,
For
I'd
all
expect
those
nothing less.
times. For all those times, I will get you back for this.
As you begin to make your way as the ship begins to sail away from port, you do hear some shouting coming back from the docks as people begin to realize that, oh crap, he doesn't own that ship anymore. We probably should stop him. And you just see people start sprinting towards the docks as they push these large ballista forwards, and they begin to load and fire after the ship. You see every time.
Ariena,
Yeah.
Ariena, do you know any spells that can counteract ballistas?
You're probably it took them a while to realize, and because he can magically just ready the ship so quickly, they're probably about 100 to 150 feet away.
Quite far.
100 to wait, hold on, 100 to 150.
Yeah.
Oh, I got range in that.
Yeah, we both do.
I got Eldritch Blast range.
What was Eldritch Blast's range again? Was it a
120.
300 for me.
Yeah.
okay?
if you've
120 though.
300.
Yeah.
You took an invocation.
Yeah, there
Oh.
is an Eldritch invocation that literally turns Eldritch Blast into a sniper rifle.
Yeah, I was only thinking about the 120 feet though.
Yeah.
So
Either way, it's got a distance. Would you like to fire upon the ballista?
Over the feet.
I think we both will.
Yeah,
One on
I think
each.
we both will.
Make some attack rolls.
Carter,
Oh.
if
Sorry,
there's any ballista that actually managed to fire at us, can I just like ready catapult, just send the projectiles just into the water?
Wait, Carter, you said there was a ballista on the ship, right?
not on your ship. They're on
theirs.
the docks. Yeah, they're not. They haven't boarded ships and prepared to sail yet. They are just on the docks, firing installments from the ground. You see, some of the soldiers do begin to rush to actually board and try and make ready other ships to travel.
Eldritch Blast. Ranged attack spell. Okay.
Wait, is there like a specific ship that they're all getting on or already on though?
Oh no.
There are 3 vessels. They all do seem to be boarding one. It's the furthest away.
I'll pick like whatever the main. If there's like a main one.
If he goes for the main one, I will go for the ballista.
Okay. What are you gonna do, Brad?
Well,
Sorry,
obviously they need a steering wheel to like drive the boat now, so let's just remove that.
You're just gonna try and dead-eye the frickin' make an attack roll for me.
I could
Or make it
fail or
and just drive it into the just freaking blast it and turn the ship into the dock.
I was gonna say, we're talking about massive frigates, so like you probably don't have enough energy even magically to like fully rip a ship out of the water. Like,
okay, you think magic is stronger than a
It's
pearl.
Eldritch Blast, though. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I don't
we're not talking about
I
whether
mean,
the
turn
magic
the
is
wheel.
stronger.
Like turn
the wheel, yeah, but they haven't begun to sail yet. Like, you guys were able to ready the ship in a blink of an eye because he magically can just command the ship to move. They've got to take like time and resources and manpower in order to prepare the sails and prepare everything for travel.
You know what? You see that ballista?
Yeah. Okay, Eldritch Blast, spell attack rolls from both of you then. I'll give you guys the first shot.
16.
I need a
16.
Get 2 shots at level 5.
No.
If only I had my 10-foot pole, I'd be able to reach it.
Eldritch
Oh,
Blast.
yes.
Stuck with
I'm
the
pretty sure they
16.
get 2 shots at level 5.
Yeah.
I'm a level 2 with
It's level
Warlock.
5 total for cantrip.
Level 5 total? Okay, then I thought it was 2 bolts, so it's the same damage, same attack roll, wasn't it?
No,
Two
you
separate
roll
attack
2
rolls.
separate attack rolls.
Oh, then
Two separate damage.
Like, can 2 different things be targeted or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can target
Yes.
2 separate things.
Is there 2 ballistas?
I can get
there are
both the
multiple
ballista. I can get 2 of the ballistas, or maybe at least 1.
There are 3 ballistas lining this side of the fortress that can theoretically hit you.
I think I can take care of 2 of them if you want to take care of the 1.
I rolled a 16 and a 20, and I can only hit the ballistas.
Alright.
20 is a natural 20, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Roll for damage.
Is
Brady,
that
you can
double
make
the
your attack
dice?
rolls as well. Yeah, it'll be
Is that
double the
dou-
dice damage.
Okay, so nope, that is right. Never mind.
By the way,
For the natural,
is it really sunny right now?
It's starting to get late in the day, so probably not. It's the sun is mid-set.
Okay, so I shouldn't worry about my sunlight sensitivity.
No, not particularly in this moment. It's probably dim enough, and you have enough covering you that you'd be fine.
All right.
damage
much
is
damage?
7 on one, 8 on another.
Zaccardi, as you fire off the first 2 Eldritch Blasts into the shore, they slam into the
Golden
ballistas,
blast.
and just as the golden blast just slam into the ballista, it splinters the wood backwards and completely demolishes the firing mechanisms. They begin to actually slump to the side, scattered and broken. Professor, what were yours?
Well, if he's taking care of the ballistas, I guess I'll take care of the ships.
There are 3 ballistas, so
I'll take care of
There
one
were
of the
3
ballistas.
ballistas.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
take care of a ship and a ballista.
got
One
it. So
more
you're gonna
sword for you.
fire for the captain wheel? Yep.
Yep. I rolled a 25 and a 16.
Yeah, those will both hit.
Yay. And I guess I'll send them flying.
Roll for damage.
Yay. What the hell is Eldritch Blast damage? It's a D8, right?
I believe
1d10.
it's a D10 force.
Yes.
Don't get any damage. Oh no, I do get damage bonus. Charisma.
Oh, you got the invocation?
Yeah. All right, so
Nice.
Agonizing blast.
6 damage
That's
to
it,
the
bad.
wheel, I guess.
Yep.
And 13 damage to the ballista.
The ballista just instantly explodes and splinters in every direction. You see one of the soldiers who is running for it just gets pelted with spines of wood and shrapnel, who also kind of takes a drop to the ground. The other one that fires and hits the ship's wheel, you see it begins to crack and break, but it does not really shatter.
Oh.
So the ship's wheel is still functional, but the ballista has been completely
Does it turn the
eviscerated.
wheel at all? Like, because it's force damage, right? And I'm pushing it.
The wheel turns,
10
but the
feet
ship
of
is not in
force.
motion. So the ship, if there's no forward momentum, then you're not gonna turn at all. It's just gonna.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I love the idea, but it's not gonna work in this instance.
I did it.
Looking at both of you, Tobias says to you, "Now, I don't quite know where we are going. Well, I do know where we're going, but let's see where we're off to. I think we could use a little bit of a boost." And you see he kind of raises his hands and pushes them forward from the back, and you feel the water begin to almost fix and stream into the boat as he's pushing you faster and faster into the sea. And you make your way, leaving the soldiers behind you. Martin, this is where an interesting question happens.
Oh.
Would you like to continue the stream on the sea, or are we going to end it here?
I mean, do we have anything really big and important planned for once we get there? If you're willing to disclose that.
Once we get there, there's going to be a lot of intrigue and discovery, but
I think
it is something that could take an entire other session away from us.
I would say...
However, I do have some stuff planned during travel, so we could do that still if you wanted.
Let's do that.
Or we could save that for next time.
Let's do
Okay.
that during travel stuff. Let's get that done.
Let's do the during travel, and then we can worry about the other stuff next session when that comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I just didn't know how long we wanted to let this this stream go.
We're still technically a little early, so...
Okay. As the ship pushed out into the sea, Tobias eventually takes his hands off the wheel and says, "All right, let me show you around a little bit." As he takes you downstairs, under the ship's hold, it's not a luxurious ship by any standards. There are some swinging hammocks that sit there for sleeping. There's definitely a comfortable area where you can rest. There is an area that has been sectioned off into becoming kind of the ship's kitchen to cook while people are on long voyages. That is also filled with barrels of various preserved foods. Going to be eating a lot of pickled everything.
Yum.
Pickled.
Magic solves everything.
And he just kind of shows
Pickled
you down there for the
spellbook.
evening.
Pickled spine.
Is there anything anybody else would like to do before they begin a long rest?
Yes.
Read
no,
all
no,
of Owen's
I want
books.
my spells all back.
That might take longer than.
I read
Yeah,
books.
I haven't finished reading them.
I go up.
Um,
No, I go up to Marshal with my book and I just go, "Get in."
I resist.
Is the professor actually?
He's gonna try because he didn't know this was a possibility, but he wants to learn more about how.
Hey, only one plot convenience per episode. Come on.
I'm
daring you having to come
Okay.
next time, Marsh.
Make
You have a reason not to show.
Wow.
Professor, make a charisma check to kind of coax out your patron.
Wait, my patron.
Uh-oh.
Marshall,
Spirit.
you better meet the
I'm
boy.
your patron.
Marshall's about to meet freaking. Make a what check?
Does Jorn notice this
Charisma.
happening? Does Jorn notice this happening?
Well, yeah, it's kind of the underneath the deck of the ship. It's kind of just a large open space where everything is visible.
Jorn's kind of like, as Jorn kind of sees this sort of slowly enacting, he's just going to take his maul from his back and just kind of rest it on his lap as he's sitting there staring at the professor. Like,
Get in.
Are you still proceeding?
Well, I mean, I guess I don't notice. So, I rolled a 16, by the way.
Oh,
A 16.
Get in.
actually, I kind of want to know who your patron is.
No, you don't.
Where's Tobias?
Yeah.
He just
Sorry,
came
yeah.
down to show you the living quarters. He would have quickly
Actually-
returned to upstairs to monitor the progress of the ship.
We're outside of the law, right? We're on sea, right? There's no law on sea. Yeah,
Question: is there beverages down in the lower parts of the ship?
Yeah, there'd be beverages.
I'm gonna grab 2 bottles. I'm gonna grab 2 bottles of whatever vintage we have there and bring them up to Tobias.
Okay. You take them up to the top of the deck. Is this I'm assuming this is happening before he starts fiddling with the book.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that's out of the way. So the 4 of you are below deck then?
yeah.
I was wanting to go up as well.
Okay, then Ariena would be up as well, and just the 3 of you down below deck to witness this happening. Professor.
Well, 2 experiencing and 1 witnessing.
Yes. Professor, as you open your book and kind of call to whatever power inhabits you, you
What's the strobe light?
almost not intentionally
Don't ask.
meaning to really cause any real
Get in the
occurrence.
book. Get in the diary of the wimpy. Get in the book.
No.
Get in.
Okay, if you make me keep laughing like this, we're gonna have to take a break.
That's what we saying.
As you open the book and beseech and you call, you give out the desire, the intention to gift knowledge, to gift fuel to this engine, this thing that fuels you. Not quite intentional. You suddenly begin to feel something move through the book. Almost coming out of you through this extension of your body, your mind, your soul. You see
No.
a crystalline arm just with these jagged fingers just burst forward from the book and grab onto Fartug.
This is immediately the
No.
action Jorn's been waiting for. Jorn's going to promptly leap up and whack the arm with his maul.
Okay, just a moment. I need to pull up a
Mustard
stat
on my
block.
turnips, please.
AC 30.
Ew, that's not good. Oh no.
This is amazing. What do you mean?
So while Carter's doing that, on our Discord server, I'm just noticing Brad's name has been changed 3 times already. It was. Okay. So Brad's original name was It's Me Brad. That's all one word. Now, well, it was, after it was changed, it was It's Me, bracket, FNAF reference, bracket, Brad. Now, Brad has changed it back to a different one. It's me.
I haven't done any of this. It's literally been everybody else. It's
What?
Okay.
Brady, can you keep your name
How do we-
consistent?
shut up.
How do we change?
Okay.
Oh.
I actually need to admit something embarrassing. I did not think I was going to need this for this stream, so I just need to step out of my room quickly. So I'll just be a couple of moments.
To be honest, for the first
Oh.
for the first 3 hours of the stream, it was actually It's Me Bard. Oh, but nobody noticed.
I'm not a bard.
No, you're not.
Question.
Yes.
Answer.
Brad, is there a specific reason you're a bot?
Wait, is he actually?
Roles.
do?
Half admin. Bot. YouTube team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he is a bot. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Grandmaster of the Reliquary.
Where does it say that?
Oh, it was there for a second, then.
I explained.
Ask that you do not screw with admin roles. The bot role. You know, it's meant for bots, not people.
I didn't put that on there, man.
I didn't do that either. Oh.
I just saw his name, so I clicked on it and I saw that.
I didn't know I could mess with roles.
Okay, can we all just take a moment where we can talk behind Carter's back about strategy?
We
Yes,
go to
our
this guy's
evil plan.
ascend and kill the DM.
Let's go.
Ariena.
Let's all team up.
Yeah.
Let's for the rest of this session. We're all going to team up. We're going to go into the professor's book, kill his deity, and then come back, and then we would question if he's still a warlock.
No. Yeah, I don't even know who my deity is.
Ariena, what are you up to at the moment? Just curious.
And now I'm gonna try and ambush that guy and figure out how he does what he does with magic.
But you don't know what's happening. You came up with.
Okay.
You came up to the top of
I
the
have
ship.
retrieved what I
don't know what's happening
require.
with them.
Retrieved.
Retrieved.
He's a high.
And then,
I promise I can speak.
It is now retrieved.
Retrieved. Yes, retrieved.
Okay.
It is
Annoying.
retrieved now.
Where
I just
were
said
we?
noin instead of noun. It wasn't even the correct type of language I was using. My God. So, Professor, as you have beseeched and asked for something to come forward from your book, to offer it to Fartug, or more specifically to offer Fartug to it. And the crystalline arm comes out and grabs Fartug by the neck. Jorn, you move to attack. Make an attack roll as you rush forward.
11 plus 6, so 17. Or no, strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15.
Okay.
Sorry, how much was the roll?
15 total is the attack roll.
15. 15 just hits.
Sick.
Does it though? Does it?
Damage.
2d6 bludgeoning damage.
My AC is 11. All right, it can't hit. It's impossible.
Me and Bradey are frozen.
8 bludgeoning damage.
You didn't have to say it.
Okay.
Stink eye. We're giving each other the stank eye.
Now,
Doing
the
quick
swing's
math.
also intended to try to make it let go of Farta.
Yes.
It.
It unfortunately
Does
Not.
is not successful.
in grabbing me?
No. Jorn in attempting to make it let go of you. As Jorn, you come up and crash your maul against the arm of the that's protruding from the book. You see that now a lot of the purple ooze that is now normally just covered and kind of around the professor is coming continuously out of the book. As you see, as the hand grabs Fartug, and Fartug, I'm assuming you're resisting,
Yes, yes.
and Fartug resists against it. You see the arm begins to pull as you begin to see a shoulder and this spiked crystal head come out, and then followed by another arm that grasps a hold of
What?
Fartug as well.
Hold on. Okay, so I struck it and dealt damage to it, right?
Yes, it did not let go, however.
Brady, what? Huh?
Jordan
What
is
is
going to second attack is going to make another swing at it, this time going for its head.
It's a part of the same action, so I will let you do it.
Carter.
Wait, you do have multi-attack now, right?
I have extra attack. I got on my 5th level.
Okay.
I have 2 attacks.
Carter, I have a question while Martin's doing that.
Yeah.
Does my patron react to another patron being, like, basically brought into this world to do a deed?
It's not a paint. It's just like a thing. I don't
It's
think
just a guy.
if it were a patron, we'd all be dead.
I will say that it is technically not Brad's, the professor's patron. I misspoke a little bit earlier. It is not particularly that. So I don't think with how arrogant yours is, I don't think you would consider this a threat.
Owen, help.
I assume it wouldn't bother me that... It wouldn't bother me with its... Well, it would bother me with his arrogantness, but... It wouldn't bother me with, hey, there's something happening below deck that you might want to check out, kind of thing, right?
No, I rolled a...
He wouldn't tell... Your patron specifically would not tell you anything because he know that you would want to know if this was happening.
Of course, of course.
Did my goddess tell me anything about this, or...?
You've had a lot of divine interaction recently, just within like the past couple of weeks of being in Rogue's Passage. I'd say that your connection to her is very strong, but she's definitely used a lot of her power to communicate with you, so she's probably not going to communicate with you directly for a very long while, or unless she's forced to.
Can they not the attack?
Jorn, results of your second attack.
23 it is.
23? Okay, that still hits as well.
I'm going to use a superiority dice.
Okay, and do what?
The maneuver I'm going to do is... What's the maneuver do again? I'm just quickly reviewing maneuvers. I haven't done them in a while.
Fartug, I will say that the only reason I'm letting you not go yet is because Jorn pretty much prepared an action when he said that he'd be watching everything very closely and have his maul out ready to go. Bradey is effectively taking an aggressive action against you, so you'd be able to perform an action once these two are done. Because technically, Bradey's action has not yet completed.
Marshal, that's the thing though. Do you consider this as an aggressive action?
Yes! You're about to eat me!
I'm going to do...
He's not, the book is.
You want me to get a different book?
I'm going to do... What's my trick?
Yeah.
It's not standing. I'm going to do... Okay, what the hell is that?
Horsemanship maneuver.
Oh, Marshal, you're in for a treat. No. It's a hardcover.
You are going to Brazil.
I'm going to use... How would my trip attack work in this scenario? It knocks the target prone, but I guess it's a thing crawling out of a book, so tripping it, or like trying to knock it prone wouldn't really work.
I'd say knocking it prone would probably have no effect in this case.
Alright, then...
Because he is not currently standing.
I'm going to use my menacing attack, then.
Okay, like he is mid-apparating from another dimension, effectively. Like he's in between. He's in the middle of a teleport spell. It's not a very weird version of a teleport spell, so it's not particularly gonna have any effect trying to.
I'm using my menacing attack, so I add
a
additional D8 to my damage. And upon the hit, you add a superior. The target must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it's frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So for damage, I'm rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I add the strength to it, right?
Yes.
So 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You strike the creature again, cracking into it. You said it would make him frightened of you?
Yes, if he fails to save. The save is, must make a Wisdom saving throw. I'm going to check the DC.
You don't need to.
Oh? It's not... Sorry, go ahead.
As you strike into it with your maul again, screeching and trying to instill this fear into him, you feel the extra force and will of your attack coming through, represented to the amount of damage you inflict into its arms that are now emerging, and now its head that has also come from the book. You feel something about its form is different from your normal opponents, as if this creature is not capable of fearing something that it would consider lesser than itself.
Wow, what a real page turner.
That's all of Jorn's attacks. He's just going to quickly try to recoil away 5 feet, so,
Okay.
He isn't in any blast zone.
As the other arms have come out and it begins to pull itself forward more, Bradey, you more and more see the body of Humbled pour from this book, as well as gallons of this ichory purple ooze coming from his domain. As he eventually pulls himself out, his legs elongated and thin. These crystalline legs slam into the bottom of the ship. Actually, the two of you above deck, as this all is transferring, can make a perception check now to see whether you hear this happening.
Oh, great.
15 plus perception.
As the
21.
crystalline... 21? Okay. 11?
11.
Okay. 21 will definitely notice.
Oh no, I got better books. What am I doing?
As Humbled grabs on...
head downstairs for that.
Yes, next time the action is available, I'll allow you to head downstairs. As Humbled grabs onto you, Fartug, and has pulled the rest of his body through, you see this giant...
Hold on.
Oh no.
What is that?
He's getting another book.
Which one do I choose from?
The Minecraft.
God!
You were going to the overworld.
What books do you have?
Oh, this one's purple.
Do it. That's actually magenta, but still.
Same different. Get in the book.
As Humbled pulls himself through and now begins to stand fully tall, you see this 9-foot crystalline figure grabbing hold of you with these sharp fingers, Fartug, as they begin to pierce into your flesh almost. And you yourself, as a 3-foot person, this creature is towering 6 feet all over you, holding onto your body still with these extended, elongated arms and legs.
What the
You see, the crystalline head of Humbled turns back to you, Bradey, and just kind of says, "You call to offer knowledge.
knowledge?
What is this that I may consume?"
Excellent deals. That's what you can consume.
I want knowledge.
Professor- As he looks at you and asks for this, what are you going to say in response?
What are you talking about?
He's asked.
Oh no, my spell works are
What?
in
What are you doing, Brady? What?
I look
Okay,
at it
it's-
and I say, "You're here. Just trying to figure out what this book does."
You imbecile.
Anywho, you can go now.
Can Jorn perform another... When's about the time of Jorn can prepare another attack?
Just a moment.
You really just summoned him just to be like, yeah, you can go now.
So that worked. Oh, okay.
You pathetic worm.
No.
You call me here for things that you could consume and learn yourself. You feel his one hand releases from Fartug, and he touches the pointed finger to your forehead, and you feel it slightly pierce your flesh as it kind of touches against you with the crystal forcing its way through you. He looks into your, like, his head is filled of a giant mass and meld of these crystal shards that jut out at jagged points. he doesn't really particularly have eyes or a mouth or a nose or any of the discernible features that a normal creature would. But you feel these eyes through the connectedness to this spirit just kind of pierce through into you. And he says to you, "You could learn these things for yourself. I could learn them through you, through your eyes. You only call me out here if there is something that you cannot take for yourself. You have called me out here, so I will take something." You see Fartug, the crystal form, kind of looks back towards you, and he takes his finger, and you feel it begin to press into your skull, through your mind, through your brain, until it touches a part of you that...
Can Jorn...
You close the book.
Can Jorn...
He is now Bradey, you can...
Sorry, go ahead.
Humbled is taking his action now, Martin.
Okay,
you've used yours.
He hasn't he done like a lot in his action now?
You are being a bad boy.
He's taken his movement. He's taken his movement and used a free action to speak.
Fair enough. And
What
then
if I just take myself away from
Brad.
the situation?
My free action is a monologue, 30 minutes.
I mean, he
Yes.
needs me as the body, so
Um,
I can just leave.
Humboldt has fully removed himself from the book as of this moment. So you close it in front of him, and he's still standing there, holding Fartug, finger going deeper into his brain.
Hey, you're not supposed to be in him. You're supposed to be in me. Get over here. Get over.
So, Carter,
Yes?
Ariena obviously heard the commotion downstairs before Humble started speaking. After Humble speaking and this like new commotion happens, does Tobias and I notice anything?
You have... Okay. I have not put us in combat yet, but I'm still using the general rules of combat. So Humboldt is technically doing all of this within, like, the span of 10 seconds. This is all happening within the course of 10 seconds. So you guys have had time to react, and Ariena has had time to begin to move downstairs.
All right,
But
good to know.
Humboldt, regardless, is going to get to do whatever he is doing right now before any of you get another chance to respond. As you feel this figure force its hand in through your brain, Fartug.
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily a physical feeling of like pain. Like the physical feeling of pain is there, but you don't necessarily feel your skin actually parting or breaking as he touches you. You feel more something that's more visceral, that's a part of not a part of your physical form, but your natural being still, that is being forced and reckoned with and defiled almost. I'm going to let you choose which, but a year from Fartug's life just vanishes from his memory.
You're letting
Any
me
year...
choose.
No, I'm going to let Fartug choose which one is removed.
But I want to choose.
No, you can't choose. No. Okay, so a year is removed from my memory.
Yeah, just any year.
Yay.
Any...
I don't know, how old am I? 18? Should I say this year? Is that gonna be terrible? Like, is that gonna screw up the adventure?
This year we'd have to reintroduce ourselves to you. I'm fairly certain.
No, okay,
Yeah.
Zaccardi, I'm gonna need you to stop talking right now, because this is Fartug's choice, which he needs to make without any exterior influences.
This is the
Fair
finale
enough.
to this season, right? Right?
Don't.
Spoiler, everyone, this is the last episode of this season.
We hadn't discussed that yet, Marshal!
It just...
Marshal?
So-
That's Martin.
Well, no, I was talking to Marshall because Marshall's the one who spoiled it. Martin just yelled it because Marshall already spilled the beans.
No. See, I'm gonna remove my memory of specifically saying that.
All of freaking the viewers.
No, sure. I'll say, I don't know, year 9.
Okay.
Yeah, not much
As
here.
Humboldt kind of consumes and feeds and steals your memories, Fartug. Whatever events happened in your life during that time, Professor, you begin to feel the events and all of these, not necessarily childhood, but all of these experiences that Fartug has. You suddenly feel like they're your own as his memories become to merge with your consciousness as Humboldt consumes them. At this point would be when Ariena, you are able to make your way down the stairs as you move to the top of the round. Humboldt looks around at all of you and kind of... Ariena, you burst in to see this creature with its fingers inside of Fartug's head. The Professor with his book out. Jorn, maul out. Slight cracks across this large crystalline giant's form with all these jagged shards pointing out from across it. It looks up to you.
Something?
Not yet.
Okay.
It looks around to all of you and just kind of says, I am what's under his skin. I know more than most, if not all of you, and still wish to know more.
Wait.
Jorn's going to respond.
He points back at Bradey. Sorry, he points back at the Professor and says, he has called me for childish reasons, to assist in something he has done. He has failed to do himself, and he should. He's not done his bit of... He can once he is done speaking.
Alright.
And just looks and says to all of you, if I am called on again, I will take more than a year of his memories. I will take all of them. I suggest you help him with his problems.
Open, close.
Otherwise, you'll be seeing me more like this. And you see the shards kind of begin to break as his crystalline form begins to deconstruct. Jorn, is there anything you want to say to him as he is departing?
Jorn is gonna kind of look at him, like, yeah, at the bottom of the ocean, and wait for him to completely dissolve.
Are you gonna throw me in the ocean?
Roasted.
Are you gonna toss me in the ocean?
I'm gonna toss your book.
As the shards
No.
begin to break and crack, they begin to almost turn into this weird form and fusion of light and darkness that almost melds together into a physical manifestation of this form, and then back into the purple ooze that begins to swim through the air back into the Professor's book.
Jorn's going to immediately bolt at the Professor, trying to grab his book.
Wait, yeah, get the book. Get the.
I cast hold person on the Professor.
I'll just summon another one. I'll just summon another one.
You.
Not without the book.
Can't get rid of the book.
You.
Get rid of the book. Just summon another one.
What happened in year 9, Professor?
I got 4 more. Literally nothing. You lost like freaking so many friends. You suck.
Fartug,
well, now
I will
I've
say,
lost nothing.
So
you have no record. Like, your Fartug, your mind is not really capable of comprehending what has happened to you. So it is not. It's not as if you sense that there is something gone. It is as if these moments just ceased to exist to you. So you know that you were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then somehow you just became 10, and you have no idea what happened there.
Probably just thinks that's how you count.
Goblin counting.
I would say
7,
if he was
8,
18 before, I guess in the Goblin's mind, he's 17 now.
Yep.
Jorn, okay, so I heard Ariena saying he's going to try to cast Hold Person. Jorn's bolting for the Professor to take his book.
We should.
Professor, are you resisting everything? Professor, are you resisting anything?
I think he's frozen. Oh, he's green barking.
No, I'm not frozen.
Are you gonna open the book again?
No. I guess I should rename my spirit 7.
Are you resisting anything?
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, Brady, we get.
Okay, Bradey, are you resisting?
Um, no, I'll just resummon the book.
Jordan's going to...
Ariena, you cast Hold Person on him. His limbs become stiff, and Professor, you feel as almost a permanent paralysis and comes over you as you are unable to move, still holding your book. Jorn, you can make your move now.
Jorn's gonna
we question him why.
Grab the book from his hands. Jordan's going to take the book to the upper deck and ask for some, if there's any, like, tinder or, like, a lighter.
He can just make a new
You
one.
want to burn something on a wooden ship.
There's lots of water around, and I bet on the upper deck it's really wet.
Yeah, boats can't burn. They're in the water. Duh.
Carter,
The answer is no.
Jorn,
Ariena?
Jordan's going to approach
the professor too.
Is going to approach Felix and is like, "Look, you're Warlock too. We cannot let the professor have this. Did you not? He did not see what was happened down there, right?"
Nope. Tobias and I am fairly certain did not see anything.
I punched Bradey in the gut.
The professor
It's critical.
The professor is a danger to our safety. He just summoned something down there, and he did something to Fartug.
I didn't know. I was.
You bought.
I thought.
I was sitting there. You were willingly trying something that was potentially dangerous.
I hold my hand out.
Jordan's gonna hand the book to Felix.
I'm gonna read the book.
No.
Okay.
No.
Before that happens,
Go ahead.
Ariena, you said you wanted to do something. What is it?
I want to tie the professor up, tie him to something, and make sure he cannot speak.
That's
okay.
I have a cloth that we can make a gag out of, or you can ask Jorn for another piece of cloth.
This will do fine.
Ariena, moving the professor in his frozen form, you move him against one of the masts of the ship, and you tie him repeatedly until he is almost cocooned in rope. Fartug, you said you wanted to kick him in the balls, I believe?
Yeah, that was
I don't have it.
It'd be well
easy enough to do.
I can't have my memories. You can't have kids.
Marshal, by the way, if a melee attack hits him, it's critical. So,
Can I
I'm
roll?
just gonna kill him.
Oh well.
Professor, what were you saying?
I said I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Kick me if you want.
Yes,
Felix,
I would. Yes, I do want to.
Like, he's frozen. You can kick him all you want.
I'd like to kick him 12 times.
Okay, you kick him. You click the professor 12 times in the
I would
testicle.
like to roll for each individual kick.
You don't have to. They're auto hits.
Until I get that 20.
Marshal, they're
Okay.
auto crits.
Oh, they are.
So basically, you
Infinite
hit 12 natural 20s, is what we're saying.
Do we have to write
12
it on...
natural 20s worth of testicular damage.
Are we just gonna have, like, the professor write down that he can't have children anymore, even if he wanted to? Man,
He's magical. There's something there.
Potato.
I got purple.
He got
Okay,
purple.
Professor, you are currently being tied up underneath the ship. Above deck, Felix, you open the professor's packed book and peer at the contents. I need to remind myself of the rules of pack books.
Can I dissolve the book?
What do you need to know about them? I know most of it.
Okay.
We are getting into a part where there's a lot of semantics going on, so I got to look at the rules of hold person first.
Okay, fair enough.
He's paralyzed for a minute. He can make a wisdom save at the end of each of his turns.
Okay, so then it would matter what the paralyzed conditions move.
Of course, did you say you're also going to tie him down?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
He is incapacitated. Any attack against him has advantage if It's a melee attack, and if it hits, it's critical, I think. It might be something else.
No, the attack rolls have advantage. But I'm not going to make Murtog roll to kick him in the testicles.
Because it's just funny.
Okay. Now I need to know what happens, what you need to do in order to dissolve your book.
An hour of concentration, I think it was.
It does take 1 hour to receive your book again.
It's a ceremony, though.
Yes, the ceremony
also,
takes an hour long.
Also, the patron gives it back to you. So
yes,
the ceremony can be performed during a short and long rest.
Yes, the important thing being that he would not be able to get it back before Felix gets a hold of it. Because it does not say here that you can just dissolve the book or destroy it at will. The only way it says that you can do that is by performing the ritual.
Anyway. I don't care. You can have the book.
Okay, that's the other thing I need to read.
Shop merchant,
my weekend is fully booked.
My only thoughts is Felix would probably be the only other character in the party who might be able to read it because of his
I have comprehend languages.
Oh.
I have Eldritch Sight. I can read all writing.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Great, you look like Jorn's the only one who can't read it.
What do you see? You want to know what you see in the book? You see Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Toll of the Dead.
Those are the only things I can.
Cantrips.
Those are the only things I see in the book.
Felix, as you open the book and attempt to read, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm actually good at that. That's a 14. No, wait. Yes, 14.
As your mind begins to kind of peruse the contents of this book, you're unable to glean any information from it before, in your mind, you just hear this faint shriek of just stretch out.
Oh, wow.
That audio did not come through.
Did it?
No, but I can understand what you're going through. It's a scream of whatever.
There's an endless screech of torment and pain that comes through your mind, through your being. Until you begin to see nothing but darkness.
Ooh.
You begin to feel like you're floating in space.
I'm thinking to myself at this moment, this is new.
And as you sit there, kind of looking around, you feel kind of an arm on your shoulder and just kind of hear in your ear, well, this is interesting.
For once,
I
actually agree with you, and think I might know. You know as well, so I'm not going to say anything.
Bradey.
It's good to know that you've kept up with it, because if you know, I definitely know.
Of course, your pain and the insert swear word here.
Yeah. As you sit there kind of floating in space almost, you see all the stars in the sky just vanish. And you feel a wet kind of tentacle stalk pull around your leg. And as you begin to look down, you see this large mass of tentacles and eyes, and then teeth kind of appear through, almost as if you're staring through space, through time, through dimensions itself, to see this horrific thing standing so close to you, yet simultaneously so far away. And as its mouth reaches you and it begins to consume and swallow you, you feel your consciousness just slowly return back to your body. As you begin standing, suddenly stunned and realize just standing on top of on the deck of of the sea person.
What I'm presuming Jorn didn't really see anything. Felix just kind of stood there for a second.
No, Felix stood there, and you saw their eyes glaze over into the back of their head momentarily. And as their eyes were glazed over, you saw all of the vessels in the back of their eyes just become bloodshot, and then fade, and the eyes return back to their front.
Jordan's kind of gonna look at Felix like, "What did you see?"
Yeah.
Something familiar yet different.
Well, I think we have something more potent at the moment. What are my words I'm using here? Something more serious at the moment here. I believe we have the professor restrained down below deck, and I think he needs a good talking to.
It is around this time that the hold person spell would fade off, and Professor, you can begin whatever you might want to do.
He's tied up.
You are still
up to the top deck.
You are still tied up, so you're relatively restrained.
I don't think you can walk anymore.
Did I cast Cure Wounds on Bartok?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro.
No amount
Carter.
of curing can cure my wounds.
Carter, I have a question. Yeah? It's a long shot, but would I know kind of what that was that grabbed me, or not at all?
Not at all.
Not at all. I thought so.
Like, not even gonna let you roll, not at
all. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Constitution save.
Yeah. Jordan's walking down, is going to be climbing down to the lower deck, and is going to promptly walk up to the professor.
Before anything happens with Jorn, you were on deck while he was being tied up, and while Felix was reading the book.
Right.
Professor, as the hold person spell comes to the end, is there anything you'd like to start mentally preparing to do? Or is there anything you'd like to try to escape from the rope that Ariena has wrapped around you?
Can I cast Misty Step to get out of the rope?
Oh, yeah. Do you have to... What components are involved in casting Misty Step?
It's verbal and somatic. Somatic, I don't think works because he's tied up.
No, it would because
he's
tied up.
Him, so can he see the space he's teleporting to? I don't know. I don't normally tie people. I don't know.
If Misty Step requires you to move, you cannot. It requires you to move to cast the spell, then you can't cast it. But if it's just verbal, then you can.
Let me see here. Briefly surrounded by slithering mist, you teleport up to 30 feet in an occupied space.
It is just verbal components.
Yeah.
I thought you said you wanted to gag him, not blind him.
Oh. Yeah. That's what I said. I thought you said I cocooned him. Well.
Well, you cocooned his body, but not his face. I'm not... You didn't specify that you wanted to blind him, so I'm not going to give you something that inhibits him from doing something just based on flavor mystery.
I think, Owen, I think you thought you gagged him because I said to do it, but I don't think you actually did it.
Misty Step.
To the professor, you just kind of flash, and as the mist kind of surrounds you, you're standing. However far you want to be away from the rest of them
I just want to be outside the ropes. Like, I don't want to go anywhere.
You move like 5 feet away outside the ropes.
Yeah.
All the ropes just thud to the ground.
Okay. I'll just sit there. I just don't want to be tied up. I'll just sit there again. I don't need to announce myself. I'll sit there and try to, like, get my book back or whatever.
I punch you in the jaw.
I can't trust that.
Do you actually?
You're not.
No.
Okay, now he's not bound, so I'm gonna need you to roll an attack roll.
No, I won't.
Can I non-lethally cast a 3rd level inflict wounds?
Non-lethally fire.
No.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there.
Physical attacks, I will let you do. Physical attacks are low-level spells I will allow you to do non-lethally. But once we start to get like 3rd level and above, I think we're really playing with fire, saying like, I cast Power Word Kill non-lethally.
I'd like to cast a spell.
Oh no.
I'm gonna cast Stinking Cloud in Bradey's area. I respond with my own Tash City Slam.
Can spell. I cast
Any
mine.
counter spell?
I cast mine at 3rd level spell, so I win.
Okay. Anyway.
This is a mess.
Let's be honest,
Okay.
Jorn's right now about to... I'm just going to state my current actions is...
I sit down.
Put the professor in line, because, quite frankly, Jorn does not want... You did do something wrong.
What do
You
you
did
mean?
the Jorn saw differently. You took out your book. A thing attacked Fartug. There is nothing less than guilty Jorn can think of.
I cannot control that thing.
I'm going to when Jorn goes down to the bottom, I'm going to follow him down.
Okay, Jorn and Felix, you both come to the bottom of the stairs. You open to now see the professor sitting in a stinking cloud next to Fartug.
Enjoy your stinky cloud from the professor.
What on earth is happening down here?
Let's be honest.
I'd like to know myself next time somebody finds out.
Jorn's going to, just no words, approach, grab the professor from the arm, and try to pull him. Is it a ladder or a staircase to the upper deck?
It's a staircase.
Staircase, Jorn's going to drag the professor to the upper deck.
You don't touch me.
Wait,
Professor,
that's
you're
not-
resisting.
I'll kill you.
Question, Carter.
Don't touch
Yes.
me.
Are there chairs on the upper deck? Or are there chairs on the lower deck?
There are only hammocks in the lower deck. There'd probably be a handful of chairs that have been bolted to the ground on the upper deck.
Typically, for
Professor, you said you were resisting.
if
Okay,
I may
Professor,
add-
you said.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Professor, are you resisting Jorn trying to grab you?
Yeah, I'll tell him not to and freaking.
Jorn,
Okay, then Jorn, if you're insisting on grabbing him, you have to make a grapple check.
Don't touch me. Don't.
Jorn's moving ahead. It's a strength check, right? Or is it like a more specific roll? Like I won't see it. Why
No,
am I athletic?
they're contested strength checks.
Contested
You're
strength.
gonna make me.
Well, no.
Freaking...
You use you use athletics, I believe, and then he can use either athletics or acrobatics to defend.
All right.
He can. No, I thought it was. Nope. Never mind. You're DM. You go.
Athletics.
No, what were you gonna say?
I'm using athletics.
I thought it was. You. The grappler uses strength, pure strength, and the defender gets to use either strength or dexterity, a straight strength or dexterity check, to counteract it. Whether they want to forcibly take them off or maneuver around them.
We'll
That's
go
how
with
I
that.
use-
Jorn, you're going straight strength. Professor, you can use either strength or dexterity to resist. Unless you have another action you'd like to take instead.
I mean,
You'd have to be able to do it as a reaction.
But I probably shouldn't do that.
Maybe you should just stop trying to kill the party.
I'm not. They're trying to. I use that.
I rolled a 17 on my strength roll.
I rolled a 2. Suck it.
Okay, so Jorn, you come over, and Professor, you feel Jorn grab you as much as you try to resist. He is physically powerful, so he is able to grab you and kind of wrestle you physically under control.
This sucks.
Jorn's going to drag him up to the upper deck.
Are you still resisting as he tries to drag you, Professor?
No.
You weren't going to Brazil.
Okay.
Jorn is...
So both of you then come to the upper deck.
Jorn is promptly going to go up to the upper deck, is going to wave everyone around closer, and is going to, just over the bar, holding the professor at the neck, holding him overboard. Right. Can you promise me you will not do anything like that again? We are not accepting that anymore. Next time I see you remotely try, I will kill you.
Me.
Oh my god.
Jorn's kind of like tilt him closer over the edge. This time his feet
Carter?
to the point where his feet aren't touching like the deck itself anymore.
Yes, Zaccardi?
I'm gonna go over to Jorn, put my hand on his shoulders, like, calm down, friend. Bring him back on board. We need to have a talk with him anyway.
You did not see
That.
I'd just like to say that this is my ship and nobody walks the plank till I get the story.
Right, okay.
There's one reason. The second reason is I would like to know about this book as well. He's the only one who knows it. And I can kind of understand where he's coming from this. So, bring him back on board, release his neck, and we can have a talk. Like civilized men.
Jorn's going to quickly just sort of fling him, the professor, back onto the deck, and is going to look Felix in the eye and just like, if anything goes wrong, you're responsible for it too.
If that's the reason, then yes, I will take care of it. But I'd like to know more about this book. I point at Tobias. He deserves to know what happened. I don't know what happened, so we both do. Before you decide to throw somebody off the deck.
Very well.
Deal?
I will agree to that in the terms, but if I see him try anything else, I am not giving any second thoughts.
Understood. I kind of help the professor up to a more comfortable position.
Professor, Felix comes over to give you a hand. Do you take it?
Yeah.
Take his hand off. Cut it off.
Theoretically, I think I could have killed everyone by now. So
Oh my god, shut up. Stop.
I'm pretty
So-
sure.
We're trying to play D&D, Brady.
Yes.
I take his hand.
I pull him up to a sitting position. Because I'm fairly certain Jorn just threw him on the deck, so he's laying down.
I basically, from the position of hanging over, just tossed him onto the deck.
Yeah. So, first question I have for you, and Tobias would obviously have for you, what happened?
Jorn's still standing there, like, just leaning against, like, one of the masts, just staring at it. They're like, you better speak truthfully, basically, kind of look.
I tried using my book to replicate what happened last time, where Fartug was stored in my book somehow, and the spirit that inhabits me and the book came out and was like, my memories now.
And he the thing pretty much attacked Fartug. And as far as would Jorn be able to recognize that Fartug had memories taken from him, or has that like been expressively made?
No, there was no physical sign of that happening. The only people who know, well, not necessarily the only people who would have evidence that happened would be Fartug, because he no longer remembers those things, and the professor, because he gained those memories.
So as far as Jorn knows, the thing just attacked Fartug.
Yes, you saw something come out and stick its fingers in Fartug's brain.
Jorn's going to just say that. Fartug, what exactly happened?
No, because, like, every time I go to count my gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I don't know what's wrong. I'm running out.
Okay. Calm down, child.
I think I got some of his memories.
You.
Everybody, quiet down for a moment.
Oh,
This book, I assume this is something that was given to you? Was it by your spirit?
yes. Yes.
And
Press X to doubt.
Yes. It definitely.
and this spirit is a
Spirit.
What does it look like? What is it? What gives it power? What is it?
I could describe what I saw.
I'm not
Not
entirely
yet,
sure.
Jorn.
I think it's a cultist from another dimension. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh
pretty
my
sure
God.
that's the case.
I'm pretty sure you're dumb.
Pretty sure that's the case.
What was it?
It's it's a spirit. That's all I know. It offered me a deal one day, and I made the wrongish decision.
Wrong. You forgot.
I can understand that. Turning to Jorn. What was it?
As far as I know, a giant crystalline monster. How tall was it about when I saw it?
9 feet
it said
tall.
9 feet.
About
Wait,
9
okay.
feet tall. Came out of the book. I swung at it a bit. It looked like I did something to it. It attacked the professor and then attacked Fartug. Then proceeded to vaguely threaten her that we should help the professor here in a quest for knowledge, lest some terrible fate happens upon us, and then promptly vanished.
All right.
I honestly, I do not trust the
are
professor
you-
anymore.
Well,
Hold up. Are you sure it was a crystalline form, like a crystal golem per se?
As far as I can tell, it's not really anything I would have insight on, but that's the best way to describe it.
Ariena? Can you concur with that?
It was some crystalline, vaguely humanoid form, made of a similar purplish color as the stuff that comes from his magic. It
Uh,
a finger or two into Purple's head.
Interesting.
But I was with you for most of it. I don't know how it came to be or anything like that.
This book, was it given to you by this crystal creature, or was it given to you by the other thing? I'm talking to the professor at this moment.
wow. Okay, then repeat what you said.
Was this book given to you by the crystal creature that these guys saw, or the other thing, the thing that's currently surrounding you?
Well,
Or
when I
if-
made the deal with the crystalline creature, it sort of just showed up one day and taught me new things. It provided me knowledge, which is what I seeked to obtain when I made the deal with him. But now I've realized that maybe it was more him that wants knowledge and not me.
Again, understandable. What about the purple thing? Not the crystal, the purple thing.
I just form the form of my magic.
What is it? Do you know?
Eldritch magic. Just
I have no idea what he's talking about, do I?
probably not.
You don't have a particularly good idea of what he's talking about. It seems as if you are asking a question that even he does not seem to either grasp the answer to, or is well enough at concealing it that you could not determine whether
It's
He's
all a
lying.
mystery to me.
Again, pulling out my book, I am giving him his book back.
Yeah, I can stop ritualing.
Do not pull that thing out against any of us again, or I'm not responsible for what he will do.
Okay, which one do I want it to be?
Actually, I might join him. Do you understand,
It's gonna be the redstone book. Yep.
Professor?
I understand.
I untie his shoes and retie them together into one knot.
I'll take that as a yes, and I hope
Definitely
it
a
is.
yes.
Jorn kind of like sees this, nods, and like puts his maul back and walks back to the lower deck.
Now, see, a lot of times I'm not in complete control of.
Oh, really? Get in the book. Get in the book. Yeah. Yeah.
He kind of likes to fight a lot with me, so sometimes there's some rocky moments.
Would we be continuing the rest after this? So I have trance, so I'd be able to have a shorter rest time, so I can regain the stuff I used against that monster.
That depends on all of you. You're about to embark on a ship journey for a good long while. Is there anything else you would like to discuss or do before you fall asleep?
I would like to do something.
You go first.
You said yes, Ariena? Sorry,
yeah,
no. If
you can go first.
Okay.
Felix.
I'd like to try and commune with my patron and figure out what the heck is happening with the professor.
Now it's Felix's turn to summon a horde monster.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Again.
And the arms come through his... Wait, what pact do you have?
My pact is the Celestial.
No, I meant like pact of the tome, pact of the sword, pact of the...
I don't have one yet.
Right, because you're only 2 levels away.
I'm only Warlock level 2, and I was actually going to talk to you about that later.
Okay, we will talk about that later then.
Of the weapon, man.
Okay.
So I don't have a pact yet.
Felix, as you sit down to try and commune to your patron, what do you do?
I kind of just like sit there in like a more neutral position and try and like, in a sense, meditate.
Okay.
Because I have no way to like the professor, I don't have a way to commune with him. He's already in my mind, so I'm just gonna kind of like constantly think to myself and try and like pull him out and to converse with him.
Okay. As you sit there and kind of try and draw him out, it's not very difficult, being as the events that have happened. He's already kind of bubbling on the surface of your skin, even of your soul, of your mind, of your everything. He's just kind of there right now, enthralled by what is happening to you. And the second you sit down to try and get his attention, you kind of just feel the voice overtake your mind and just go, well, that was pretty weird, wasn't it?
Agreed. Do you have anything?
My friend, the universe we inhabit is a very large place.
Oh,
And even I don't know it. And I'm me.
yes, you are you, and you are a pain in the... Well, you know the rest.
Yeah. Trust me, you're no picnic either.
I'd punch you if I could.
Technically you could, you just have to take your fist and plant it right on your left cheek.
Yes, but I don't get the satisfaction of actually hurting you. That's the problem.
You get the satisfaction of hurting yourself, though, and that's always fun.
Yes, that's the problem. You little... You said something eldritch. Is there anything, like... old gods of some sort? I've read about them... ish.
I have pretty much been here for the existence of the entire universe. I am not a part of it, though. This universe is different. Its
I
gods
see.
were here before me, but at the same time I was here before them. Its time is strange.
So, what
I
you're
feel
saying
as
is
if
you're...
I've seen it before, but everything from my mind has been blanked.
I see. So you're useless.
I wouldn't say I'm useless, but I'm interested enough that I can take a look. And as you kind of see in your mind, you kind of see his face for the first time in a while, and you see this humanoid form with completely white tinted gray skin with these golden burn marks that almost look like tears have traced down his face. They just kind of fall down. And you see he just kind of looks at you and goes, "I'll look for the bones." And then he just kind of begins to vanish in this mixture of silver and golden light.
What was that last part? I didn't actually catch that. That you kind of cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. He said he'd look for the both of you.
Okay. I thought that's what you said. I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Good to know. I'm going to go sleep after that.
Okay. Ariena, what did you want to do?
He's gonna... I don't even remember his name anymore. Approach the guy.
Tobias?
Yes. And...
How you doing?
I was wondering if you could teach me some magic. Or something to take my mind off of that.
I mean, my magic's a little bit different, but I guess I could show you a couple of things. I'm pretty sure I'm what this world calls a sorcerer, so honestly don't really learn it. It's more something that I feel. But
Okay.
I might be able to show you how to feel it.
Hey Carter, I'm just gonna point out our time. It's 10 p.m. now.
I know the time. We're getting close. Ariena, if you're willing to stay with him for a good portion of the night, his lessons are interesting on magic because his route to get there is so different than the practitioners you've learned from before. They are a lot about calculating and understanding and forcefully trying to manipulate and reintroduce and break and reconstruct the rules of how magic interacts with the natural world and how magic is a part of the natural world. His teachings are coming from a root where you never really understood that. So you more listen to the flow of magic in the world almost like a conversation or like music. Like it is playing notes and you in turn have to play some in response to kind of make a beautiful song that will change and warp reality. It's not the easiest thing to understand, but because you started with clerical magic and holy magic, that was kind of given you and gifted to you, not necessarily without practice, without hard work, without understanding, but because it is not necessarily directly rooted in study and practice like wizarding and arcane arts typically are. A part of what he tells you resonates with you as instructive and informative about how magic flows through the universe and how it kind of is a part of everyone, and we all kind of gain a different way to touch and utilize it that kind of best matches our personality. But when your personality is split, or you don't really understand yourself too terrifically, you can kind of grasp it in multiple ways and try and understand it through different facets that hopefully one day you might be able to merge together into one swift practitioner.
Okay. And then, honestly, she's not gonna sleep. She's gonna read her mini books, not the special one, just the other ones.
Got it. Point of exhaustion. Okay. Anything else from anybody?
No, Jorn's just after that is like just pretty much toasted and is going to get into his trance to pretty much recover what he lost.
Okay. Bartog?
I'm kind of just shaken.
Okay. You sat down for a very confusing and most likely disturbed sleep.
Write my revenge story right now.
For the first time.
You're gonna write your next book, The Art of Nut Kicking.
To be fair, that would probably make millions in the real world.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, Marshal, I know I came up with the idea, but you better, patent pending that.
I'll give you 50% of the sales.
Hey, I'm down for that.
Actually, never mind. How about this? 55 final offer.
I'm all for that.
Welcome back.
Professor, is there anything that you'd like to do before you go to sleep for the night?
One, I don't sleep. Two, cry.
You do sleep.
Is there anything you'd like to do before you go to meditate and enter the dream world of your spirit for the night?
Cry.
Okay. The professor has a good cry.
Is it like
Why do you cry?
Is it like a sad cry or like a passionate cry?
Like a happy cry.
My ball.
No, he's got all the memories, my terrible goblin memories.
Just like freaking tortured as a child. That and my balls hurt.
Professor, as you sleep tonight, you begin to feel yourself transported to the domain of your spirit.
Uh-oh.
And where you would normally enter its memories, instead somehow you trail off and instead enter Fartug's. And sitting there as a 9-year-old goblin child, you begin to look at the world as Fartug would. Except the world is not entirely normal as it would have growing up in Vassenrani. Everything that you see seems to be twisted by almost like a funhouse mirror filled with horrors and crystals, and all the aspects of your spirit begins to almost warp this world to become a part of his, and begins to amalgamate it and consume and assimilate it into his own.
Cool.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of our stream this evening. I hope you enjoyed watching, as I hope everybody else enjoyed playing. Like we did end up spoiling earlier in the episode, unfortunately due to some scheduling issues, this is going to be the end of the first season of Carminian Chaos. Until, believe it or not, we have lives. Until further notice, we're going to be putting off these streams for the time being. However, keep on the lookout because they will return eventually.
I hope you are excited. If you don't mind me interjecting a bit there, I hope you're enjoying. Who knows when we return? Currently, latest we're looking is next summer. Hopefully, we can do it sooner. Maybe with some new looks. I know I'm going to be looking up. I do the streams and stuff, so I probably will also be looking to improve the quality. Back to you, Carter. How's the weather looking over there?
Matters of improvement. Oh, the weather's looking just fine. Either way, I think I already said, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this stream, we hope you'd like and perhaps subscribe to the channel for more content like it. We do predominantly work within the Magic the Gathering realm, but until Carminian Chaos is back up and running, we've already been experimenting with a couple of things we might do to fill that D&D slot instead. If you'd like to get more involved in the community and perhaps play D&D sometime or Magic the Gathering, you can join the Reliquary Tower Discord channel, where you can hopefully find peer-minded people to enjoy yourself and have a good time. You can enter through a link in the description. Marshal, would you like to do our last live game store shout out for Carminian Chaos?
If I had to pick one game store out of all the game stores ever made, it would be Phoenix Games and Hobbies at 501 Krug Street, Kitchener, where we sell all sorts of Magic and D&D items and product. And this isn't. I would like to say that you should go there, and because we have a limited edition special reliquary tower goblin token. As you can see by my emotion, I am pumped by this. You should go check it out. So 501 Krug Street, Kitchener, Phoenix Games and Hobbies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
okay.
Smash that bell.
Yeah. The website's linked in the description as well if you want to go. They don't really do much online stuff, but if you want further information, everything's there in the description.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an honor and a privilege to dance like monkeys for you. Please have a good night.
Goodbye.
Don't forget to like.
Goodbye.
Don't forget to share, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button.
Yes. Don't forget to ring it. You all have a good night.
Oh.